Hold on. Let's go live. Right, yeah, I've hit the button. David Ray is still in goal, people. Yo. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. What is good? What's going on? Shouts out to all the real ones. Apologies for being a few minutes late, but I've been sorting out some business on the phone. Right, the Emirates is bright. You know, I can see the Emirates from the yard. I can see everything's lit up just like it was last night. I swear they got the times wrong. They tried to put on the lights last night at 6 p.m. They thought PSV was last night, the fucking ducky fools. Shouts out to my guy on the phone, my RB. Shouts out to him. Bro, when you want to slip, you can. 16 followers until 1,000 on TikTok. Yeah, bros, I'm going to start smashing that TikTok thing. I ain't even dropped one live, but I noticed people are adding me every single day on TikTok, and I ain't even dropped nothing. So that's good. They like my name at least. RB, what you saying, my bros? You still there? Yo. You? Cool. Let me know what's going on. I'm going to be live for a little while. Hey, do me one favor. Before you get home, hey, hey, listen, do me one favor. Phone me before you get to your yard, innit? You know what I mean, innit? Phone me before you get to your yard, innit? Yeah? Wicked. Cool. All right, respect. Love, my brother, yeah? All right, the boys are coming out. Respect. Guys, yes, my people. Let's hope the people are here. I haven't even got the stream out here today. It's been mad. It's just been wet. It's been rainy. It's been a bit of a fucked up day, guys. So apologies for being late. I have got the channel on. We are live. We are watching Arsenal PSV. The boys are about to make their way to the field of play. Shouts out to all the real ones. Let me stress, guys, please be getting the likes. Dep on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Once again, apologies for being late, but what can you do, man? Busy lifestyle, can I say, innit? Let me close off this door. I had to get the red rain jacket. You know, like when you live in Stevenage for about 10 seconds, I had to get the red Stevenage jacket out. Grebo will know about the red Stevenage jacket. It's dripping wet, my man. It's dripping. It is dripping. Cooners. First time in 6 years. That's 7, you fool. Let me just allow it. 5, 6. 6 years out of the Champions League, guys. We are back. Man's going to think he's like Mini Pep out here, like. You see, I'm back in the Champions League, fam. Pep told me how to get Champions League, fam. Pep told me how to get them on the Champions League. Shouts out to all the real ones. Shouts out to my RB. RB up in the place. Just had to have the longest conversation about that. We had to have a quick moment on the phone. You know, that's a quick moment. Shouts out to Gary Payton, the Luton star, 16 years old, up and coming, guys. Let me get the stream out there. I feel like I'm going to affect my views when I'm one when I don't try and advertise shit, which is wrong. But anyway, how we doing, people? We're all good, I think, Grievo. What are you saying? What's the team news, my guy? Would you please, because I'm rubbish, would you please just put the team news up on the screen? Would you please put the team news up on the screen, my brother? Let me just quickly, very quickly get the stream out there. I was literally on my phone, bros. It was all hella mad, innit? So I'm going for WhatsApp. I'm not even fucking with Twitter today. Forget Twitter. I ain't got time for Twitter. The fans are screaming. The boys are coming out. I can hear the boys. Let me open up the windows a little bit. I do like a bit. It's just been raining so hard. I got like 100 new error hats on my windowsill. Oh, they're playing the music. Oh. Where is Manny today? The champions. Bum, 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 ba-da-da. The team news is here. Jean Arby is the best in the world. Manny is here as well. You see that? You call Manny. He's up in the building. Oh, shit. Manny. I forgot you. Mate, stay there. I'm going to do it on my phone. Fuck me, Manny. I'm not even going to read it. Let me on. I'm so sorry. I told Manny, I'm late. I'm late in the building. Fuck. Hold on. I'm doing it now, mans. Arsenal! Let's be having it, boys. I'm so Manny. I've been doing a lot today. Where's my StreamYard account? Oh, God. Sorry, mate. I'm so fucking far behind. I am so far behind. Let's invite a guest. 1 minute, everyone on the phone. Invite guest. 1 minute, Grievo. I'm so... Just one of those days. Just one of those days. Our phone is ramping. One time, I can't send out a link to this guy. Oh, it's just one of them days. What the fuck can me blood clot say? Right, I'm on Twitter, bros. I've got a hell of messages on Twitter. Manny, I don't ignore no one, mate. There is your link, my friend. So sorry, guys. Rare and goal. Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White, Zinchenko, just like Danny AFC. Oh, fuck. Havertz has come back in. Rice, Eldegaard, Havertz, Trossard, as a lot of us said on the left. Jesus, as we said, will be up front. And of course, they will not rest Saka. They'll play him till he drops. Manny will be joining me this evening, guys. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. And we are live. It is pissing down in North London. The Emirates. It is pissing it down. Luca's talking about Real Madrid. Mate, behave yourself and leave me alone. What do you know about Real Madrid? Getting the link out there as fast as we can. Drumming up some business for me and Manny. Shouts out to my RB. Had to have a quick conversation on the phone. Tyler's in the building! Tyler's going to be back out the building. Tyler, good evening. Hello, goodbye. How are you? Shit. How are you, team? Why don't you like Manny, bruv? It's absolutely horrible. Why don't you like Manny, bruv? Manny is my Champions League partner, bruv, and cup partner. I do the league alone. I'm a bare backer in the league, but when it comes to the cup, I don't break my word. I work with Manny. Do you know what I mean? Someone could come blind. It could have been Hazard from back. It could have been anyone. I would never have broke the Danny and Manny thing. I'm a man of my word, and he loves football, man. He's a shit hot commentator. Like, why don't you like the Manny type? But anyway, guys, he's already gone, isn't he? Right, let me get Manny on without further delay. People, Lee Akers is in the building. Come on, you fucking gunners.
Well, unless my name's Lee Akers, I'm not in the building. Yeah, listen, all good, all good. Listen, it's all good. I as long as you're here. The match hasn't started yet. They had the minute silence for the Morocco and Libya victims. The worst part is they're playing the 4-3-3. Havertz is inside. And I was absolutely shocked. I never thought that he'd start Raya tonight. I'm going to tell you now.
Hold on, let me tell you something. Oh, 1 minute, Manny. I told you. Oh, I don't know. Was it you? I said the other night. Continuity. I said Raya needed 5 in a row. Who else did I say needed 5 in a row the other night, Manny? And he's already dropped him. Manny?
5 in a row. Fabi Vieira.
No, who needs 5 games in a row? I said Fabio Vieira. No, and you said good call on Fabio Vieira. I said he needs 5 in a row. Don't you remember the other night?
Yes,
I said,
you did. You did.
A bit of like he needs to know his ass from his hip in the team, bro. He needs to know his position.
Yeah,
he needs to know
they just kicked. Listen, they just kicked off now. All right, they brought it back. Don't worry, they brought it
Brilliant.
back.
I was gonna say.
So yeah, I remember the stream, and you did say that the players needed some continuity, but 5 and 5, I'm not too sure that would work. And they've just kicked off now. Back pass to Raya, who sends it forward.
For Raya as well, bros. But we will get into this a little after. Shout out to Dedication TV. Yes, my brother. We've got Manny in the building.
Yeah, and we've already got Trossard starting, which is terrific. Some nice interplay between him and Havertz, but unable to make much of it, and PSV can clear their lines. I want to make sure that I get the PSV lineup proper because I want to make sure I don't want to. Yeah.
Well, I'm a few seconds behind, Manny. I'm only on the 30th second check.
Oh, that is brilliant because I'm on 40 seconds now. So if there's anything that happens, I won't spoil it. But we see a nice PSV attack from the left, and David Raya with his first save of the night. An unthreatening shot, really, from. We're going to find out who that is. That looks to be Lang from PSV. Yeah. Guys,
shout out to everyone on the stream. I believe we're looking at Arsenal's number 1, who has just gathered the ball low down to his right-hand side. I believe we are officially looking at Arsenal's number 1. I believe what's going to happen, but we'll get into this. I don't know if Manny will be with us, but we'll get into this on the 10 p.m. sort of the late section live on the channel. I reckon we're going to sell Ramsdale. He's going to go to the highest bidder in January. We're going to make a few pounds. And if there is a Martin Zubimendi or an Usman Diamonde, or we want to just make this permanent straight away for 27 mil and try and get maybe 50 or 60 for Ramsdale, this is the way Arsenal finance sales. Emil Smith-Rowe could be going in January as well. On that note, Manny, let's get straight back into the game, my G. Shouts out to Dedication TV. Goodness forever. Craig, what's going on, brother? Long time. How's the dog winner Arsenal team photo shoot? It's embarrassing. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's as Not even school pictures have dogs in the photo, for Pete's sake. It's ridiculous. But that's Arteta for you. Declan Rice now.
I like
sending it out to... Right. So Benny Blanco to Odegaard, slipping it in beautifully to Bukayo Saka, but some good defending there, and that will be a corner. Boskagli, the number 18, the central defender. Alongside him is Armel Bella-Kotschap, who, of course, was with the Southampton team that got relegated last season. So from relegation to Champions League, that boy's had a good deal, eh?
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And that was a last-minute tackle on the star boy himself. Shouts out to Joe. He's in the building. Do you agree with Craig that, yes, Raya has come and he's took his spot and that's it? I've just said that, Craig. I believe what you are seeing is here is Arsenal's new number one. Ramsdale sold in January. The problem is, I believe you do need two class goalkeepers. We're doing this for financial reasons. We're going to get offered a bit of money for Ramsdale, I believe. Or Everton will for Pickford from a club from London, I reckon.
But here's the thing, though. I think the problem is, though, that Ramsdale won't really... Joe, good to see you. I'm well. I hope you're well, sir. Thank you. And, so... As you said, we need two great goalkeepers, and I don't think Ramsdale's going to want to, leave in January, because he'll remember the example set by Bernd Leno, who at least stayed till the end of the season, even if it meant continuing to occupy the bench while Ramsdale played every game.
When Arsenal sold Martinez, and this opened the Martinez can of worms, and I know it was done in the summer money. When Arsenal done that, it was a very financial situation. We had just spent some money, and like we did towards the end of it, when we didn't sign no one, we tried to get a few people out holding £4 million, a few of the loans, Tavares, Tierney. And I believe this is a way Arsenal could find themselves with a bit of financial muscle in the January window if we sold Aaron Ramsdale. I do believe you're looking at Arsenal's number one. Shouts out to Zayn Jumar! What's going on, my real one?
Well,
always
we'll see how he performs. Salaam alaikum, Marcel Khair, ya Habibi. Good to see you as well. Yeah, an attempted attack doesn't really materialize for PSV, and it's still raining out there. Bakayoko there. I believe he was on the books at Chelsea. I'm not too sure.
Yes, I do believe so. Bakayoko would have been, but a lot of people have hit Chelsea, bruvs, and they kind of hit straight out. There's a couple of new Brazilians like Andre Santos. Is he gonna make it at Chelsea, or will he just be another one of these guys and go to Holland in 2 or 3 seasons time? They've signed a couple of young Brazilians.
Andre Santos. That's a familiar name. That's a name, a blast from the past. We had an Andre Santos as well, didn't we?
Yes, but he's the new kid. He's an attacking midfielder. He's 18, and Chelsea have just signed him.
Right.
Honestly, they got him actually last January. I don't believe he could join until he was 18. He's now here in the summer, and the last I heard, they were making a decision on whether he's going to stay with the first team this season or go out on loan. I do believe he went out on loan. But I'm 100% sure on that. Shout out to all the real ones. We did have the best goalkeeper in Emi Martinez, but Arteta sold him. But Arteta is going to sell another good goalkeeper, bro. I don't know if it's the best. He's going to sell another good one. 2 doesn't go into 1, but I believe a club like Arsenal do need 2 class goalkeepers for every position. I believe we are looking at Arsenal's number 1 tonight, guys. I believe it's taken.
But what angers me about Martinez, Danny, is that if Arteta had been more sensible and promised Emi that he would be rewarded for his exploits in the FA Cup and later on in that season with the number 1 spot, and that Leno would have to work hard to compete, Martinez would have stayed, and there would have been no question of him, wanting to leave and Aston Villa coming in for him with that much money. But and I tell you what, if Leno had stayed in goal, we never would have won the FA Cup, and I definitely don't believe we would have gone to finish as high as we did, because he was starting to make a few errors. But then because of his, short-sightedness, Emi decided he wanted to leave, and then Aston Villa came in with the offer. So in as much as you're right, and it was financial, because obviously we had the chance to get more money for Emi than we would have had with Leno, this would have been avoided if Arteta had just been, more sensible. And with Leno supposedly performing very well in the eyes of the fans, being player of the season and so forth, it couldn't be that other keepers wouldn't have been interested in him. Anyway, that's all moot now.
I'm gonna have a final thought on that, and I don't believe Emi said it as ignorantly as that. I think he was probably more took back that he probably wasn't going to be the automatic number 1. I don't personally believe he asked to leave. I believe a bid came along at a very sensitive time, and I believe when he heard of the bid and Arsenal's willingness to sell, possibly like what could have happened with Gabriel in the summer, bros. I'm hearing cheering from the stadium, Manny. Something's just happened.
Well, we're going to find out. It looks really good. Saka receiving the pass from Odegaard. Saka again in the penalty area. I don't know if a penalty's been awarded. No awarding there. And so, well, listen, maybe they're just... Look, if you hear any cheering from the stadium... Look, this is a watch-along for a reason, yes? So trust the TV, don't trust the stadium. They're going to cheer for every single thing, you know what I mean? And but anyway, listen, we're not going to talk about Martinez anymore. I mean, I'm happy for the success he's earned. He should win the Yashin Award over everyone else. And with regard to Raya and Ramsdale, well, Arteta surprised me. I think he wants to see how Raya performs on the big stage, and he was quite impressed enough with his performance at Everton. But
spoiler moment, Manny, the spoiler moment. I live next to the stadium. Sorry.
No, wait, we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see. Saka down the right. And Odegaard, Benitez saved, but Saka, yep.
Saka, let's win this one now. So in real time, I'm a couple of seconds behind you. I can hear everything from the stadium because my window's opened. And we're 1-0 up, guys. Lovely.
Yep, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. I think PSV have started off very, very sluggishly, and they haven't been able to really get into the game. I'm not too sure why Arteta's calling Raya over. I mean, it was a little bit like a scene from a Manchester City game where Guardiola was having words with Edison. But terrific work down the right, upright. Odegaard at the heart of it. Saka also contributing and leaving it off for Odegaard. Nobody's marking him. Decent save from Benitez, but somebody should have been there to follow up. And Saka, right place at the right time. This is pretty poor defending. I mean, Odegaard has this ability to get into good positions, but surely Peter Bosz must have told his boys, watch their captain. He will, he'll drop away, and you won't see him.
Sorry, I'm going to say it's the class level. It was the quickness onto it, Brabs. I don't know. We've started reasonably well. It's a few minutes in. What can I say? And we have started very well. To be honest with you, the goalkeeper have gobbled that up. Why was Odegaard given so much room? Don't you just love Saka's awareness? Shouts out to you, Hussein Juma. I have just got that news, and I totally agree with you, by the way.
Yeah, but Bakayoko now has a chance to shoot, but along the ground, easy save for Raya. And, so Bosz will have a lot of work to do now. I mean, I was predicting a 2-1 win.
So I just had a delayed reaction on the Raya. The blue one. Yeah, I know. All right, Juma has just come to your defense and said that's 100% not you. If they act up and make one more comment, they're going to be out the building. No problem. They'll be out the building. There's Juma again. Shouts out to you, Brabs.
It is Zinchenko to Havertz. Back to Zinchenko, who will... one thing I've noticed about him is that he doesn't really invert too much. He's now sort of realized that he's got to sort of do a lot more defensive work and stay in his position and be more positionally aware. And that's the thing, like, in theory, Gabriel and Saliba being back together means that he can overlap without much, invert without much risk. But possible second goal, it evades everyone else. Great work once again down the right. The left side of PSV falling asleep, but...
should have been too many.
Yeah.
I didn't want to spoil it a second time. Again, I heard it, so I stayed silent. I let you just carry on commentating. I heard it again from the stadium.
Yeah, I get that, but it's Rice Zinchenko now, who chips it delightfully into the penalty area, and it evades Havertz, who, caught in two minds, doesn't know whether to control and shoot or try and go for a volley.
Son. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Thanks so much for Manny for joining me tonight. We should have a good little watch along. We're already 1-0 up.
By the way, Hussein, who's the fraud you're talking about?
It's this one here. Sorry, that's what I was about to brief you on. This is not Linda. That is not Linda. This is clearly the real Linda. And there you go.
Okay. So Hussein, being your moderator, is definitely on point tonight. And some pretty poor defending again.
You know what? I love it. He just said, I can tell by the way she types. And I won't say his key thing because it gives other people clues. But he said, I can tell it's not Linda just by this. I looked at it. He's 100% right. Not 100, he's 1,000% right. Shouts out to Juma.
By the way, I mean, I'm just glad that we weren't doing commentary duty for the Europa League game between Sporting Lisbon and the second leg. You and I would have been hopping mad then. But a possible attack here. Bakayoko in the penalty area of Zinchenko, though, who takes the pace off of that. Arsenal still can't quite clear their lines. Possible chance of a volley, but that shot from De Jong, I think, is blocked, and PSV have a throw. It's going to...
Almost a mistake from Deckers, but he jumped straight back in like the legend that he is.
There is a possible claim for a handball because it came off... I think it sort of came off Zinchenko's foot and hit his hand, a potential penalty check. And
that would be more than harsh, Manny. I've just seen it. That would be more than harsh.
Yep. Check over anyway. Check over. That would have been harsh. So obviously, according to the letter of the law, it went off his foot and hit his hand. Wasn't in a natural position, but it didn't directly hit it. So I suppose you can't award that a penalty. De Jong and PSV are going to try and move forward. Noah Lang, who had their first attempt on target.
He was very, very good. Where have I seen him? Was it? Oh, it was Glasgow Rangers in the last round, wasn't it? Not the last round.
Yeah, I think so.
Qualifying. Yes, this Noah Lang is actually quite good. He got me quite perked up to my seat a couple of times versus Rangers. He's actually very good on the left-hand side.
Yeah, a special mention for the number 44, Ismail Saibari. He scored 2 crackers against the Glasgow team, and not your favourite Glasgow team, obviously, but he will be one to watch. Okay, so number 22 is Schouten. The number 23 is Veerman. And some work down the left. So Ben White's going to have to be aware, and he blocks that perfectly. But they still can't clear their lines, the Arsenal. And PSV can still try and come back into the penalty area. But Saliba, right place at the right time. And Manny, Saka can now try and send it forward. Yes, son.
Manny, who's put us out of the Europa League since Arteta's been charged? Olympiacos. Is it these fuckers? Have these fuckers put us out one season?
No, they haven't. We played them in the group stage. We beat them at the Emirates, but lost to them on their home turf.
Who's put us out of Europe since Arteta's been in charge, brother? Sorry. Olympiacos.
Yeah, the second team, sickeningly, was Villarreal, managed by Unai Emery of all people. Yes. And which also had another ex-gunner, Francois Coquelin, in their team.
Very good, man. That's why we always love you on the channel. Ever knowledgeable. Fucking amazing.
Third season, we didn't... Yeah, third season we didn't qualify for Europe, and obviously last season it was the Sporting Lisbon one, Gonçalves from the halfway line, and Ramsdale couldn't even save a penalty. I wonder how good David Raya is with...
When something hurts my feelings so much, bros, I can miraculously take it out of my brain. It all come flooding back. Even the Emery come flooding back as soon as you started saying it. It's just obviously hurt my feelings. I took it away out of my mind, bros.
That was horrible. I mean, you know, a false 9 in the first leg, and you take off Aubameyang and bring Willian on the second. Arteta should have been sacked after that season alone. It was the FA Cup the previous season that saved him. Free kick for PSV Eindhoven. Benny Blanco over there getting into a little bit of trouble. Is that just me, or is it just me, or are his cheeks a little bit over-tanned?
Ooh, he's a dodgy guy. Ben White are we talking about?
Yep, Benny Blanco.
Yeah, right, fantastic. Yes, Browse, he's a fucking puffy, dodgy-looking little brat. Browse, he's one of them ones, yeah? He doesn't listen to football stories or gossip. He goes home and he goes straight to the nail doctor, yeah? He gets a massage first, then his nails done, then he gets his eyelids fucking, I don't know, weighed in by some cunt. He gets whipped and beaten because I heard he likes that. Then he gets massaged again. Then he goes and gets 3 hours of spa, nail treatment, toenail treatment. Sorry, I'm not in a vicious way, but he is a fucking... Sorry. He pisses me off.
He's a pillock as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
I think he's a very good-looking chap. I think even for me, and I love to look good, Manny, but he's overdoing it, bro. He's doing therapy under his eyes and behind them. I don't know, mate. He's going a bit in. I think with a bit of what's that thing called, plastic surgery or something. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen. I mean, I'm not going to judge him. I mean, whatever you do off the field is your business. You do you. But at least on the field, you know, you got to show a little bit more seriousness. Yeah, I think against Everton, I think he had one pretty poor misplaced pass. The only problem is when it comes to right backs, he is the best right back we have at the club, and he was, of course, signed ironically as a centre back. But Saka to Trossard, just taken out of the penalty area, but Trossard can try and get it back in. Happy that Trossard is starting, although it's only because Martinelli is injured. I don't know if Martinelli is going to be fit for the NLD, and even if he is, would you risk him?
It depends how Trossard plays tonight. There's a thing. I like Trossard off the bench, Manny. Here's my new epiphany in life. I don't like Trossard starting. I don't believe he does a lot. We're going to see tonight. Fulham, he didn't do a lot. Bros, he doesn't do well when he starts. He's brilliant off the bench. Let's see tonight, Manny. We'll answer this one for ourselves in 50, 60 minutes. I don't believe he starts well as a starter. I think he comes off and makes an impact. He's an impact footballer.
Yeah, but the problem is true, but a hamstring injury is actually quite serious, and
yes,
you know, I really don't want to run the risk of Martinelli playing and possibly, you know, aggravating that. And some good work down the left, poking it, trying to get it past Saka, but Raya alerts to the danger, smothered it perfectly. And I've got to say right now, he's looked exceptionally solid. He hasn't had to do anything stupid, Raya, and
his distribution is fantastic. I haven't said it so much today, but I'm saying Everton, his distribution is fantastic, mate. There is something about it. It's not no one necessarily saying they don't like Ramsdale no more. Listen, this guy does. I'm sorry, he's going to add a new dimension into our game. He'll get attacks away quick certain games when he comes out for a quick catch, and he's got a wonderful little throw in him, bros, and it goes far. I've been watching this sort of guy a little bit of not just clips. Do you know the new footballers that I'll be stalking? Not as in stalking, Manny, but I'll tell you my list of new young talent I'm going to be keeping my eye on. I
think you mentioned it in your live stream the night before last. So
Antonio Nusa, Club Brugge. I'll be keeping a very close eye on between now and January. And there is a couple of more.
And you just missed it. Shot from goal again, once again, nearly spilled by Benitez, the PSV goalkeeper, but he gathers it on the second attempt. I think when he tried to save Odegaard's first shot, it just slipped from his hand. And, you know, as soon as Jesus saw his fellow Brazilian, you know, just let that dribble out of his hand, he was onto it like a flash, but so was Benitez much more quickly. And so the fact that it's raining hasn't done Benitez any favors, but still, as a goalkeeper, you got to show us more solid pair of hands. Actually, Benitez is Argentinian, my bad. He's Argentinian, not Brazilian.
Guys, do be whacking the likes on the video, please, for me and Manny this evening. You try to give it away. I knew it, Linda. It wasn't you. I'm going to do a few comments, sorry, very quickly, Manny. For me, Saka should... No, you're very right, bros. But it's because what me and Manny just discussed. I believe taking, and you can't disrespect the Champions League. We ain't been in it for 6 years. I don't believe we could have took Martinelli and Saka out of the fray tonight. Martinelli was forced, so I think that is why Starboy had to play. I'm going to answer that on behalf of Arteta. We've done it again. Yeah. Sorry, man. We're 2-0 up, mate.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And, a terrific piece of play here. Jesus and Saka combining. No, wait. Not yet. Trossard! Oh, yeah. We are.
Trossard!
I hate you. Seriously.
Come on, you fucking gunners! Beautiful. For me, what we'll do is, Manny, let me finish. Sorry. What we got to do is go 3-0 up. Plus, bring him off at half time. If the job is done with 3-0 up, you bring Saka off at half time. You bring on Reece Nelson or whoever's on the bench. I know my partner in crime, Manny, will explain or tell us who is on the bench in a moment. Yes, you're definitely right, bros. But you can't disrespect the Champions League. You can't not play Martinelli and not play Saka and have Trossard and Nelson. That would have been a massive risk. And remember, not even Jesus has played the last few games. Would you agree with that, Manny?
Absolutely. I mean, we had to drop Martinelli, so I suppose Saka had to play. But 2-0 up in 20 minutes.
Sorry, Manny. I bet tomorrow they will have this picture. Oh, yeah. No, well, yeah, just don't give them any thoughts, girl. Sporting last season. Thank you so much. I'm a bit behind. Let's do a few comments. Linda, I just wanted to tell you that I no longer identify as... Fucking hell. Yes, Phil. Brilliant, fantastic. Danny, you know my thoughts on Ben White. There's no... All right, mate. Fantastic. Ben White is just a dodgy guy, bros. It's not even just... It's not, again, just off the field antics, bros. I think he's a bit on the field of antics, mate. He can jump out of something for me. He's not the... he's not... Listen, I don't know. He's not going to play international football for England ever again. Guys, 15 of us in the video. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. He sounds like my barber, that Ben White. She's always getting them treatments done, apart from the fake, of course. Raya is commanding the box. He certainly is. I was just discussing that point. Bossard! That's from Craig. Grievo is weighed in. Sorry, Linda. Grievo is weighed in with come on, Arsenal, come on, Arsenal. I miss football. I didn't actually see Easy the other day when I said I was going to. I know you probably think at this point I'm lying. Don't hold me responsible. I have not seen the man himself. The man gave me a guarantee that he was going to see me. But that could be Friday, Havertz! Sorry, Manny. Next week, Japan, I think. We're getting into the Formula One talk, guys. Fingers crossed. Will Lewis have a chance? I know I can't watch it. Yeah, I'll try my best for you once again. I don't dislike any human being, or I'd fucking not try and hook up your box, mate. But please, let's not get onto it on the stream. It's not the place to be talking bollocks.
Yeah.
If it is on my power, I'll deal with it for you, mate.
Right. So anyway, your question on our question on Trossard is answered. He starts North London derby. Do not risk Martinelli by starting him. Bring him on maybe with a few minutes to go. Have him have a small run out, and job's a good one. But
thank you for that, Manny. Fantastic. Yes, we answered that from 5 minutes ago.
Bear in mind, I think I just keep forgetting. Is Trossard left-footed or right-footed? He seems to be adept with both feet.
He's right-footed. He's another one that cuts in. Yes.
Right.
But
so he's more the natural replacement.
It's actually what Arteta prefers.
I get that. And again, some really poor defending where Trossard is able to find heaps of space, and Bakayoko has to come back and defend. Benitez whooping that away, and they look slow and sluggish. I'm really surprised, but I just wonder if Sangare's departure has really left them a little bit light in the midfield. And just like that, with the rain coming in, it might have. Thankfully, it hasn't really affected my signal yet. But Zinchenko dawdling on the ball, loses it. A chance for a possible shot on goal, but that is blocked. It is with Bakayoko now in the penalty area. And it is with Noah Lang now. Passes it to one of his teammates. Can't find the number. It is a Teze who can try and whip it in, but Raya is alert.
Got an interesting one, Manny. We've got an interesting one. You read that. Take that one away, bros. I'm just going to empty my ashtray.
My opinion has changed on Trossard. The guy is absolutely class. Well, as the great English economist John Maynard Keynes once said, when the facts change, we must change our minds. Good on you, John Arby.
There you go. And, it hasn't changed completely like that for me, bros, but I get it. And yeah, I think I'd be more sorry to lose at this moment because he was still on my, you can sell him in the summer list for all I cared.
Well, I wouldn't, I don't want to see him go in the summer. A good save that from Benitez. And Rice coming in once again. Rice has been a little bit quiet, but he's done his job effectively. And he's sort of allowed Odegaard to really, pull the strings. But once again, Kai Havertz might as well be injured. The fact that he has to be shoehorned into this game, the only reason why I'm not so angry with him is because we're 2-0 up after 20 minutes and we're playing some really good football. But be warned, this is actually the stage when we...
Hold on, as I see you come in, I look up to the screen and I see Turkish Airlines. Welcome, I'll be offended. What's going on, Yuri?
Oh, speaking of Turkish, Manchester United reserve goalkeeper Bayin is on the bench tonight. Onana's still playing. Trossard in the penalty area. It is with Jesus. Can the Messiah make it happen? Great save from the Argentinian. Good shot by the Brazilian. Jesus is getting back into it.
Sorry, guys. Shouts out to you, Yuri. Where you going, bros? You get back here. I'm the same.
And Danny, I think I can speak for everyone here when I say how grateful I am that Arteta showed some sense and did not pick Eddie Nketiah to start tonight.
Yes. It was beginning to confuse me, to be honest with you. I believe it was written into his contract when he signed the £100,000 deal. I've said it many times on my channel that he does have a certain amount of minutes. I don't know if he's knocking out some of that minutes on the contract. I think remember last season it started. He'd come on.
Corner taken in, and very nearly a third, but Gabriel at the far post just couldn't quite direct it in. We are all over the Dutchman right now.
We certainly are, but this is what it should be, bro. This is PSV Eindhoven, and this is Champions League football, and we are back.
Yep, we are back.
Liking and subscribing to the channel, please. Shouts out to you, E, Bill, Linda, Jean, RB, myself, Manny, Grivo, WB. It's his birthday. He was supposed to be right here. I don't know what happened to him. Did he get lost on his way to the house? He was on his way at 7 o'clock, he told me. Okay, so Lang passing it out on the left, and PSV do have some open spaces on the left. So Ben White will probably have to stop slacking, and Odegaard has to come back and defend, and he helps clear. Seville 1, Lens 1. Seville 1, Lens 1. Obviously, that would be brilliant for Arsenal if that could stay a draw. Seville 1, Lens 1 this evening so far, guys.
Interesting to find out who scored the goals there. We'll see maybe in a minute.
I will find this out for you right now, Buzz. If you give me just 10 sharp seconds. Seville. Campos for Seville, 39th minute. And Fugini on the 24th minute, sorry, for Lens. So Lens went 1-0 into the went 1-0.
Oh, and here's a huge shocker. Real Sociedad are leading Inter Milan 1-0. And this is
Zubimendi scored.
I don't know about Zubimendi. We'll find out about that.
I'll do that.
But the duel between Tierney and Dumfries will be very interesting. I want to find out how that went, and I will read about it later on, I'm sure.
Mendes has scored on the 4th minute for Real Sociedad. Martin Zubimendi, is he incoming to Arsenal in January, people?
Why would he leave one Champions League club to come to another?
Fucking right, Jean-Elvin.
Why would we sign a player who could potentially be cup-tied in the Champions League if we go further?
Which one, sorry?
If you talk about wanting to sign Zubimendi, but then if Sociedad managed to shock the system and qualify for the next round.
What it is, no. It wasn't me wanting this. I don't actually want Zubimendi. He's available for 45 million. He's got a 52 million release clause, 52 million euro release clause. It's about 43, 44, 45 million. It isn't the most expensive central midfielder. They reckon, journalists and everything, even though at 24, he's probably a year or two behind on his development, but he should have turned into that central midfielder of something rather good in Spain. Barcelona and Real Madrid allegedly have been watching him very closely for years. He obviously hasn't made the grade to be worth that 42, 43 million pounds. For some reason, he's left-footed. He plays that Xhaka role. We didn't, for me, quite replace Xhaka. Keir Havertz is there. If Keir Havertz keeps having shocker after shocker, I do believe we'll buy someone like Martin Zubimendi because it will also work.
You know what the ironic thing is? You know the ironic thing is, though, mate? In Alexander Zinchenko, we have a guy who actually could fill that Xhaka role quite perfectly. The only problem is he's being asked in an arse-backward manner to play as a left-back. It's ridiculous.
So then why would you let two left-backs? So I'm not going to say two perfectly good left-backs. One, for me, definitely was perfectly good. Why let two left-backs go and perhaps not fuck with this? Bayern Munich are 1-0 up against Man United. Saul has scored, guys. Saul.
I was hoping for a Harry Kane opener, but whatever.
Happy birthday to my mate WB. Almost scored. Good evening to Danny, my brother. How are you doing, mate? Just watching. Come on, you Gunners for life. Shouts out to you, Bumbala. Or Boss Bala. Sorry.
And a little shot of Aaron Ramsdale looking very glum. I tell you what, I know a couple of fans of Ramsdale who literally, worship the ground on which he walks. They are absolutely cheesed off that he's not starting tonight. One of my mates actually... Oh, a shot there from Bakayoko. Never on target. And I'm pretty certain Ray had that covered anyway.
If you're playing someone I haven't heard of, Phil, no chance. If you're in a decent game tomorrow, Phil, yes chance. If you're playing like Luda Goretz, with all respect, no chance. Manny, do you want to do a West Ham stream tomorrow? We got Phil. Oh, Manny's looked away like, fuck off.
Thursday I'm going to be busy tomorrow. I think I have 1 or 2 streams to do. I'll actually have a stream on the cherry picking series with my mate Craig Beasley from Up the Cherries and All Departments. Shout out to him, by the way. And we should be doing a North London preview stream with my friend MK the Don for AFC Talk Show TV. Shout out to him. We've got Deji Spurs coming on as a guest, and I hope to be available for both of them. So I will have to rejig my schedule. So sorry, no West Ham stream.
Fair enough. You sound very busy, Manny. All good, very good, very good, very good. That's what we like to hear. Guys, do be whacking the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. We have hit the 30th minute. It's Arsenal 2, PSV 0. Shouts out to myself and Manny, everyone in the stream. You are all lit. Thank you for being here as usual. Hopefully we get a decent number of views tonight. Let's go. I will be back for the 10 p.m. I don't know if it's going to be at 10:30. I'll think about that. In
a promising attack down the left, and White has been sort of caught dawdling. Overlap beautifully into the penalty area, but an important intervention there from Saliba, and Reyes able to gather that. And
Ben White, that's it. You fucking tell him Saliba, son. Sorry.
Yes. Exactly. It's Saliba once again has literally saved our skins. I can't say saved our bacon because A, you're a vegetarian, and B, you can't stand the pork, can you?
Never. Shouts out to you, Manny, on that. We are playing. Nope. That means a nope, I'm afraid, Phil. That's a nope, I'm afraid.
So, Tapola.
As soon as you get a bit of quality, as soon as you get a bit of quality in, I'll do a Thursday night. I'll do a couple of Thursday night West Hams. As soon as you play a quality team, bros. I'm not going to sit through 90 minutes.
I'm also going to be interested to see how Aston Villa do. I believe they're playing a Polish team. Is it Legia Warsaw or Lech Poznan? I'm not too sure. Might be Warsaw. So that's going to be a tough game. Warsaw, of course, have a
we
huge
might cross-contaminate, maybe in a Thursday or two down the road. Maybe me and Manny will do a sort of half-time of each. We'll do half-time of Villa, half-time of West Ham, follow the boys in the Europa League. Who knows? That could come in the future.
But I'm also going to be switching back and forth between the Sociedad game because I am able to see that. And it's still 1-0 to the Spaniards. I'm not too sure how... Dumfries, of course, is all the way far up ahead for Inter Milan. Ex-gunner Henrik Mkhitaryan is, of course, in the Inter lineup. So, so to number 2, Sociedad number 17. I'm very interested to find out later on how Tierney did. So I'm glad.
Keep an eye on Zuba Mendy for me. Again, not a sign of the choice. I believe if Havertz doesn't step up to the plate very soon, Arteta will be forced into signing a more orthodox central midfielder for me, and that could be.
And then we mug Kai off at the end of the season. Yes.
No, mate, never ever, my friend. Because I'm vegetarian for a start, so absolutely impossible. So nope, I'm a vegetarian. So no.
Yeah, I mean, I used to enjoy eating pork, but now I don't anymore. A bit too salty. I do eat chicken. I do eat lamb, and of course, for health reasons, I do enjoy eating beef because I've started lifting a lot of heavy weights. Beef has actually a lot more protein per unit weight than other meats.
Gnabry 2-0. Gnabry, former gunner against Man United.
Oh man, that is classic. What did I make of Celtic last night? Oh boy, started well against Feyenoord, but then completely switched off for the free kick, became completely sloppy, and if they don't get their act together, it'll be another wooden spoon for them.
Focus, hurrah. I think this is directly to Manny. use beef or lamb, my friend.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I use both beef and lamb, so don't worry about it.
Don't worry
I'm
about
not Muslim. I'm not Muslim, by the way, so there is no stipulation that I can't eat pork, but I just don't eat it anymore.
Very good. Very, very good. And very comforting to hear for some of my people, I think.
So if I try to make a full English breakfast, I'll have to get some breakfast beef and maybe some beef Cumberland sausages or what have you. None of the pork stuff.
There we go. Shouts out to you, Manny. 34 minutes.
By the way, the PSV coach looks like Erik ten Hag with a bigger beard. Peter Bosz, the former Dutch international.
Who is it? Sorry.
Peter Bosz. He's a former Dutch international who played a few times. He was in the Euro 92 squad as the Dutch made the semi-finals. And the goalkeeper for the Netherlands then was Hans van Breukelen, also of PSV Eindhoven, who was, if memory serves me right, their goalkeeper when they won the treble, the European Cup, the Eredivisie.
Sorry, that was a bit lax from Declan Rice, no? A bit casual.
Yep, slightly undercooked rice, as it were. And yes, I'm aware of that. Hussein, listen, I lived in the Middle East, and I've heard a lot of scholars telling me why it is unhealthy for a reason. Obviously, I'm aware of the reasons, so I don't mean to insult you. I'm aware of them, but I do. I hope you can appreciate the fact that I respect your reasons why, and I'm never ever going to, get in depth into that.
Right, that does that. My wife doesn't.
Right, corner for PSV taken by the number 23 Veerman. We're going to find out if if a goal is scored here. Obviously, the BBC updates are going mad at the moment, and that corner flies over everyone. Is that going to be another corner or a goal kick? It's another corner for PSV. I believe that was headed behind. And Luke de Jong with the captain's armband is hoping to try and get a snip, but hasn't gotten one yet. Yep, clearly came off the head of our number 2, William Saliba, so that's going to be another corner. And it will be Veerman to take it again. Looks like a right-footed outswinger this time.
Shouts out to you, and never a vegetarian in the stream. Also, I have vegetarian for 2 years now. 2 splendid years, I do hope as well, brother. Manny, take it away for a minute. I'm going to now jump into the phone because
Ooh! Well, just there was actually a header, but it wasn't on target. I believe it was Bela Kotchap, the former Saint, who could have been a sinner for us had he headed it in, but it was completely off target. So listen, this is where we're starting to get a bit complacent, and this is one thing which I absolutely hate. We do well, we take an early lead, but then we get complacent and allow them back into it. Arteta's going to have to tell his boys to really tighten up. Otherwise, we could end up, paying for it. We nearly paid for it against Forest. We did pay for it against Fulham with 2 points. We cannot afford to do that against PSV tonight.
Right, guys, very quickly, we're going to quickly go around the grounds, as I'd like to say. This result is done and dusted. It's Galatasaray 2, Copenhagen 0. Currently playing Bayern Munich 2, Man United 0. Arsenal 3-0 up! Arsenal 3-0 up!
Wait, we're going to see. It's Trossard down the left. There will be someone in the penalty area. Havertz has come in. Saka's already there. Oh, yeah. Gabriel Jesus, the Messiah returns.
And it's 3-0 to Arsenal, just like that. Former Man City player over the top to the Man City, former Man City player. Bang, 2 guys now.
Mate, that was Trossard who did that, not Zinchenko.
Oh, sorry. Fuck me, my eyes are deceiving me. My apologies, guys. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please begin the likes on the video. Do be subscribed if you're new. We are only making fucking light work of this, guys. 3-0 Arsenal. Arsenal!
Well,
guys, very quickly, Man United getting served up a fuckery in Germany, 2-0. Arsenal 3-0 up against PSV. In our group, it is still Seville 1, Lens 1, Real Madrid 1, FC Union Berlin 0. That was a result from earlier. Braga 0, Napoli 0. Napoli definitely suffering a bit of form loss from last season. Benfica 0, Red Bull Salzburg 1, and Real Sociedad, Tierney and Martin Zubimendi 1. The Italian Giants, Inter Milan, 0. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribed if you're new. Shouts out to me and Manny. Shouts out to everyone in the stream. Boss Bala, Hussein, Juma, Phil Mitchell, Grivo, Linda, Joe Montana, Jean R.B., Lee Akers, all of the real ones. U.E., Tyler. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we're new people. Gabriel Jesus, it's light work.
Absolutely light, and I think I can agree with you that the game is now done and dusted. I was actually critical of us saying that we couldn't afford to be complacent, but then some poor PSV defending, leaving so many spaces for Arsenal to exploit. Trossard in particular having a field day. Jesus, perfect control, powerful shot, no chance for Benitez. The Messiah returns. And
Manny, would you agree that Saka's job? Sorry, would you agree Saka's job is done today? Get him off at half time.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because I do not see Arsenal being that lackadaisical to
keep fresh for the North London derby. Get Saka off at half time. We're 3-0 up. Keep them star boy fresh for the North London derby, guys. Guys, do be hitting the like button.
You bet.
Do subscribe if you're new. Make them very, very happy.
Very nearly a second goal for Sociedad. A cross in from the right. No involvement for Zubimendi, I'm afraid, the number 4, but it is number 24 who headed it over. Had he controlled his header, it would have been 2-0 and Buonanotte Inter Milan. But as it is, Inter Milan are coming back down the left this time.
Tierney, Zubimendi. Could be a gunner by January, guys, I'm telling you. Feeling as a Peter.
Right, so we're up to we just hit the 40-minute mark back at the Emirates. Peter Bosz is not a happy chappy, and he's going to really have to read his boys the riot act. The ironic thing is that PSV have looked good on the counter, and they have been able to find some spaces themselves, but that could be a worry, because better teams will exploit those spaces. Bakayoko now up against Zinchenko. No contest. Passes it back to Teze, sending into the penalty area, and Reyes says, I'm looking at that, I'm jumping for that, I'm claiming that. And I have to admit,
freedom, number 1. The fans are on their feet again, Manny. It's not quite as loud as a goal, but they're on their feet for some reason. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to spoil it myself. Now, welcome to your world of the spoiler. I hear it and I'm reacting. Sorry. Face blue, smiling blue face, smiling face, blue smiling face, blue smiling face. Shouts out to you.
I think they're
real one, the knockout king.
Well, they're probably. I don't know what they're cheering, but that moment's gone anyway. And now, once again, poor footwork. Zinchenko can try to feed Odegaard, and Saka could be alone in the penalty area. No, he was marshalled, and easy gather for Benitez in goal. It's going to be a long night for him. Ismail Sabari.
Shouts out to you, girl.
7 attempts on target for Arsenal. 3 of them goals. 2 attempts on target for PSV, and not a single goal to their name. They'll be lucky to get away from this with maybe a 3-1 scoreline or a 3-2, but we cannot afford to let our foot off, and I'm sure we won't.
Don't you worry, we got Rare in goal. We got Rare to clean up all them bits and pieces. Tyler, 3-0. To the Arsenal 3-0. To the Arsenal 3-0.
And I'm on Zubimendi watch, number 4. He's actually got the ball now. He's sent it forward to Sociedad's number 7 and sort of stopped in his tracks by the inter-defender, but the number 7 still has it. It is back with Zubimendi. Does he shoot? No, he passes it to a teammate of his. And still no real involvement for Kieran Tierney, but Dumfries has been kept quiet from the sounds of things.
Manny's shouting out a bit of the Real Sociedad game. He is keeping an eye on us, on Kieran Tierney, obviously on loan in the Champions League tonight from Arsenal, and a player that I'm not convinced is coming to Arsenal. He's been linked with us, and I see where
possible offside. No, it's not. Off the bar from Sociedad's number 10, but the flag goes up anyway. And back to the Emirates, a possible attack for PSV into the penalty area, but well double teamed by the defense, and that is cleared away. Only as far as, well, now it's with Teze now, so not even Teze, Bella Kotchap, the former Saint. And that is now switched all the way, and it finds Luke de Jong in the penalty area, but pretty poor, control from him, and Arsenal can once again clear their lines. So they're making good runs in and exposing our defense as well. And as I said, it's a worry because any prolific team, any ruthless team that exposes those spaces will, take advantage of them.
Sorry, Manny, I'm just putting the stream out there before you think, why are you hearing your voice? I'm just getting it out on Twitter. I haven't even bothered to do that today, guys. Live. No. Sorry, guys.
Here's a nice comment from...
I'm just doing a quick. I'm trying to get the stream out there a couple more times.
Don't worry about it. But listen, here's a nice quip from the BBC website. Mikel Arteta could actually have trolled everyone tonight and played no goalkeeper because PSV hadn't offered an attack. You BBC boys are so cheeky. Saka now down the right, bundled over, but no free kick. In fact, it's a PSV throw-in. Looks as though that's Serginho Dest, the American right back, on loan, of course, from Barcelona. Bella Kotchap.
Oh, shit, Manny.
What happened?
Fuck. I'm surprised no one's tried to bombard our stream. Do you won't believe what I've fucking done, Manny? I've only took the StreamYard link because I fucked up with you, and then I started sending the link out. I've sent the fucking StreamYard link. I can't believe not one cunt has tried to bombard the stream, Manny. On the fucking look, bruv. So many.
Oh, wait a
Look, bruv. I mean, on Twitter, bruvs. Don't worry, they're all going to try and jump in too late. I will ignore everyone if anyone... Bruvs, I didn't send out the stream once. I sent out the fucking link. What a cunt.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. I mean, listen, I remember Luca came on one of our streams. If he comes on, I wouldn't mind having him come on. But I do remember that you did get into a bit of a Barney with him when he was telling you that, he told you so about Mikhailo Mudrak. And that really, left a bad taste in your mouth, eh?
As I say, the guy... I'm going to be honest with you. I'll say it as it is. We'll tell you 1 week Declan Rice is joining Arsenal. Nope, he's on to Bayern. He kind of reads a gossip column and runs with something. I'm not going to take nothing personal. So I just find it hilarious when he comes in. Hence why I'll always... The first phrase is, which sauce? One of your sauces? HB, ketchup, mayonnaise. Which one of your sauces has told you these naughty lies, Luca? I'm so sorry. I don't do it to a bastard. But that's what I do say every time. The sauces. HP, mayonnaise, spicy sauce, ketchup, chili sauce. All the sauces.
Yeah. I do like HP. I remember those advertisements with Frank Bruno. Pass the sauce, Harry.
Yes. Do you know what HP
that.
stood for? Do you know what that stood for? HP sauce.
No, what was it?
Houses of Parliament sauce.
Get out of town.
It's actually true. It's fucking actually true. Do you remember the music shop, HMV?
Oh, yep, I do.
Do you know what that stood for? His master's voice. There's a geezer and a dog. His master's voice.
Oh, very good. Yep. Yeah. Brilliant work from...
very useless.
Yeah, it's nice in a way. Yeah, the more I know, the more I know. And, I mean, I remembered HMV very well. I never really shopped there very much.
That's actually genuine about HP sauce as well, by the way. That's the name of it. Houses of Parliament sauce. I don't know. Maybe rich white people that liked it back in the day. I have no idea why, but it's apparently.
Maybe that's one reason. Maybe that's one reason why they got Frank Bruno to star in some of their advertisements. But
and if you look very closely at the picture on a HB bottle, it's actually.
Oh, but wait a minute! A possible counter-attack on for PSV. Bakayoko onto it. Free kick quickly taken in the penalty area. Comes to nothing. the defense, I'll tell you, I'll give you some credit. Even if our defense has been able to let them come in, whenever they've tried to have a shot on goal, we've literally, said, not today, or not tonight, rather. And 2 minutes of stoppage time, actually getting over at 1 minute 51. And it really is game over. Let me flip over to Sociedad and see. That's also halftime there. So, good night for Arsenal all around, except for Henrik Mkhitaryan, ex-gunner Gnabry scoring for Bayern Munich as well. And I'm happy with this performance. I think delighted. I don't care if my 2-1 prediction was sent for a toss. Terrific first half, but we have to now make sure that we don't let them back into it.
I wasn't even in the building earlier. I start shouting out predictions, bros. I got in late, as you know, and forgot you, Manny, lad. You know what I mean? Totally just. Yeah. I lost the track of time, but it's the Islington traffic, bros. I am a driver, and the traffic is absolutely shocking out there, mate. And the rain does not help. It just makes everyone go into some funny vibe and sense of driving.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the reasons why Kenny also lives in Islington, takes the tube. Doesn't have a vehicle of his own, I think.
Indeed.
But all right. So other halftime scores. You were mentioning how Napoli was suffering from a bit of a slump in form. They took the lead against Sporting Braga and are up 1-0. Salzburg, shockingly, are leading Benfica 1-0. 1-1 between Sevilla and Lens. Sergio Ramos coming back to Sevilla. Galatasaray and Copenhagen drawing 2-2. Of course, we all know Sociedad 1-0, Bayern Munich 2-0, Arsenal, of course, 3-0. And, of course, it just had to be that man, Jude Bellingham, in the 94th minute. That guy is outrageous. Seriously.
He scored again. Sorry, was that? Sorry. I'm still here now on WhatsApp. I'm now working on WhatsApp, sending out the link, Manny. Just drumming up a bit of fire for us for the second half. And fucking hell, Jude Bellingham, £85 million. I'm just gonna say wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
normally Del Boy would be in touch with me about the possibility of doing a call-in show after the game. He always, speaks to me and one or two others of the regulars, actually. But so far, he hasn't really gotten back to me as of yet. He might possibly send me a message in the middle of the second half, maybe. And then, of course, I'll have to get ready for that. But
no problem, my brother.
It is coming up. It is coming up, Roses, and I am delighted. But yes, I remember saying, discussing this with a mate on another stream. He was obviously quoting Lee Judges, obviously, from AFTV, and saying that if we can secure all 3 wins at home, 1 win away from home, and whatever result we get in the other 2, we've as good as qualified. And of course, last year in the Europa League, our record was played 6, won 4, drawn 1, and lost 1. That was to PSV, and we qualified as group winners. But again, I don't want this to be another season where we work our backsides off and qualify top of the group, but then completely slip up in the next stage. So we need to make sure that we're a lot more ruthless, and hopefully the players he's got now will really take this more seriously. At least with Ramsdale not playing, we're not going to be conceding goals from the halfway line. If Ray is a good penalty saver, all the better.
Bros, my WhatsApp, hold on. I'm going to just send a quick voice note. Guys, my phone's confusing me. Has WhatsApp changed or something? I can't get onto the status. So my phone is playing games with me, Manny, and it's like, not now, bro. Not now. Phone fucking with me. Sorry.
Mate, listen, when it comes to WhatsApp, for some reason, sometimes it gets a little bit wonky. You can't really help it, yeah?
Fair enough. But yeah, my phone's usually, I don't know, it's just, my phone's just fucking gone all weird. Let's do a few comments. Milton prison? What the fuck? Don't know what we're talking about. This one loves the fucking bacon. Right. The man take our lives, but will never take our freedom. Heard you also like sausages. Jesus Christ. Bloody hell, here we go. My phone's still going weird. PSV have won 4-4 this season. I didn't think the game would be easy, Danny, mate. 3-0. Come on, you Gunners for life. Could not agree more, Brad. I don't think we'll be strolling it like this. But again, I didn't wake up this morning thinking, fuck off, phone. I'm going to put it on silent. Sorry, it's just annoyed me. And do you know what? The more people that message, I think, do you know what? Let me turn it off for a quick second. I think my phone needs to be turned off once in a while. It is literally, the more I talk to it, my phone's voice activated, bros, and it now tries to listen to me and thinks I'm asking it.
That's when your smartphone tries to be too smart, eh?
Yeah, man. Fuck
you saw what I did there, didn't you?
Fuck me. Bastards. Daddy sauce and sausages. Oh, you're still up in the place. Yeah, bros, I just had to think it around. 14 followers. Ross. Hold on. What a great half. It certainly was, Lee Akers. It was a half of legendary stuff, man. Shouts out to the Gunners. I bet you are absolutely gutted. Guys, Zhang versus Joyce part 2, Saturday this evening. I will try and get a confirmed ring walk time. It starts on this particular network at 7:30. I shall be covering the boxing this Saturday evening. I do believe there is Sky on another boxing channel. There's direct rivals, but I don't think it's as high profile as Zhang versus fucking hell, I forgot his name. Who did I say, Manny? Jesus Christ. Think of whoever it is. PSV 26 unbeaten, run is over. Ha ha ha, Comedy Gunners. It certainly is, bruv. There shall be sharper tests in this competition. I think Seville will provide a bit more. I'm hoping they do draw tonight. That'll be lovely for the group. Jesus and Trossard have been incredible. Yes, I suppose. Yep. I'm not going to even. Yeah, Trossard has been.
Yeah, and just about Musiala down the left, and we might be seeing the second goal. Gnabry and Onana rooted to the spot.
Guys, please do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we're new.
Never thought I'd see a former Arsenal and former Spurs player celebrating together, but, you know, it is what it is.
There you go. There you go, guys. What's our thoughts? What's our opinions? What happens in the second half? Do you think we should take Saka off? Rest him for the North London derby? Vieira, could he come on for Odegaard, perhaps? What's your thoughts, guys?
I say take Saka and Havertz off. Bring on Reece Nelson and Fabio Vieira, and all is well. Jobs are good. If you even want to give Gabriel
Yasu for this young man here, Ben White, I'd go for that as well. He has been getting roasted. He has been he's been our weakest link anyway. I'm definitely going to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I remember saying, Yui, that his cheeks were looking a little bit too overtanned. It looks as though he's got even more roasted tonight. And a big call here. He could possibly be dropped for the North London derby in favour of Tomiyasu. So we're just seeing the goals once again from Arsenal. And I don't need to see them again. I saw how they were. And I think PSG have just been cold and they've been caught sluggish.
That's what 105 million pounds gets you, Sam. It gets you rice.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he did have a couple of misplaced passes. I mean, yeah.
But I still forgive him.
But he's done his job tonight. He's done his job tonight. And the thing is, the worst part about the 4-3-3 is that when we were playing the 4-2-3-1, we would have two defensive midfield enforcers. So as I told you, I would have wanted to see Rice and Jorginho start tonight. So effectively, Rice has to play the party role.
There's many people making their debuts in the Champions League tonight. People like Ben White, Raya, Odegaard would have seen Champions League football in his career. But Saka, Trossard wouldn't have seen Champions League football in their lives before. So yeah, a few David.
Odegaard was with Real Madrid though, so he might.
Odegaard. I'm not going to say him. I said not him. I said not Odegaard. He would have seen that either on loan and at Real Madrid because he was at like Sociedad as well. He went Holland for a couple of seasons. Odegaard was very well travelled at Real Madrid.
Yep.
Rice has been brilliant. Just seen Tottenham have no European football. Does that give them an advantage on Sunday? It gives them extra games rest, but fuck that. It's just another game. We've got to cope. We've got to cope with it. Rare looks are still at 40 million. It was actually 27 mil plus the 3 million loan fee. It's 30, bruvs. Shave 10 million pounds off that. It's 30.
You could call him a ray of sunshine. Brilliant.
There you go. It's 27 million pounds if we want to activate that any day now, bruvs. Any day now. And I have put that 27 million pounds into my budget for January, to be honest with you. I'll talk about more of that on the later.
If only Arteta had the balls to drop Bernd Leno after his horrible mistakes and give Matt Ryan this level of respect, things would have been so different. The Aussie could have been.
You mean Matt Taylor? You mean Matt Taylor? Sorry. Or I actually
no, Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, the Aussie.
Fuck me. Fair enough. Right, Kia Havertz up front, take off Jesus and bring on Smith Rowe. Interesting. Very interesting.
Smith Rowe.
Yes.
Good call. Good call. Good call.
Yes, and Kia Havertz
like
as
that.
well. You got to try this bastard somewhere else. I actually would put him up front.
No.
Exactly, bruv. 27 million is all it takes for Arsenal to say he's ours. And that's no argument from Brentford. They've signed, they've sealed the papers. In fact, as their chairman did say, I very much don't expect to ever see him back at the club. Do you know what I mean? And he was the guy that hotted up that we don't have to wait till the end of the season. Arsenal know how this gets activated early. He said it in a very open letter to the Brentford fans. A very, very open letter to the Brentford fans.
Yeah, I've got a mate of mine who's a Brentford fan. He's got his own channel as well, Mr. Beehive of Football. Shout out to Steve Jenkins, by the way. And he's been telling me on our group chat he needs Raya back at Brentford as soon as possible. He can't stand the Dutchman, Mark Flecken.
See, it's just not going to happen. As the Brentford chairman has said, he does not ever expect to see Raya back. Obviously, there was a couple of things said. What he was basically in the open letter, he was kind of griping. He was annoyed. Tottenham and a couple of other clubs wanted to buy him for cash earlier on in the summer. They thought they had fought that competition off and wanted to get their value, which was nearer to what UE said, £40 million. And then Raya made noise, and Arsenal came in. It was a bit of a setup on poor Brentford. The more I've heard about it, it was a bit of a setup. Arteta always liked him, and they got kabuffed, basically. They got kafucked. They got done for £3 million on a loan fee with a 27 million agreement, which only makes it 30 as Brentford see it out in all that they get for their player, £3 million as a loan fee. And at the moment that we want to execute it, we've got to drop them 27 million pounds. And it does seem still, considering there could be teams already sniffing around Ramsdale to give us more than 27 million pounds, basically, which leaves us in profit.
Oh, of course, Ramsdale, the most high overpriced goalkeeper in the world, I would say.
Well, there you go. If Chelsea really wanted for 60 million, bros, I'll drive him there myself.
The only problem is now that he might not be playing for some time now, his value could drop. And I must admit, I was blindsided. I do hope that Raya performs in the North London derby as well and keeps his place. I wouldn't be surprised if Ramsdale decides to throw a strop, because if he doesn't get much playing time, his England spot could be in jeopardy, mind you.
Shouts out to Robson Reardon. Shouts out to Callum, Robbo, Paul, and the big man, Finn Gurmy. Shouts out to you all. Shouts out to you. Sorry, Manny. Hold on.
It could very well be Pickford, Pope, and Sammy Johnson in the England squad.
It was because of financial fair play. Just to finish that rare thing. So, yeah, they got done. He wanted us then. We wanted him. It was getting late in the window. Brentford got knocked. We couldn't afford the £30 million fee. So we've effectively said, you'll get your £30 million. We're going to make you hold 3 now. And it's 27 as soon as we can afford to basically activate that deal. Shouts out to you, UE. So, yes. Brentford then sent out an open letter, which basically put a lot of details in it, that he won't be coming back to the club. They were obviously upset with him. There's no avenue. There's no chance. It is just a loan, but the loan will be activated. And as long as Arsenal ain't fucking idiots, basically, as he was basically saying in this open to the Brentford fans, it will be activated during the season. We don't have to wait to the end of the season. This doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out thing unless Arsenal want it to be. And leave it to the summer. Arsenal have got every right to leave it to the summer, but we can activate it right now if we like.
Yeah, so we're about to get back underway at Sociedad. I think the teams are coming out onto out of the tunnel onto the field. Simone Inzaghi has got a lot of work to do. Lautaro Martinez is a striker. He can't hit a horse's bum with a banjo either.
Why would that clown be directly under me? At least he's under me. Let me piss on him. Anyway, no more comments like that. Shouts out to you, Robson.
He's under you. Oh boy. If he's under you, mate, be very careful. You wouldn't want a guy like him under you, yeah?
Oh, I'll give him a quick clip, bro. So it wouldn't be a problem. Slap, stay out of my way, bro. It's in your lane, son. Go fight your woman, boy. Arsenal 2, Tottenham 2 is Phil's prediction for the North London derby. Shout out to Linda, Tiffany, Greasy, Heather, from the Chippy. Cheers, lovely. Shouts out also to my mate WB, who it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, WB. Shout out to Linda from Robo. Shout out to all the real ones, guys. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Shout out to all the real ones in the chat. Peace out to me and Manny providing the watch along this evening on Danny AFC TV, of course. Please like, please subscribe, guys. Do be legends. We're all nice here, especially Manny. No, I'm joking. We're all nice, especially Manny. I'm very nice as well. I'm very nice as well.
Yeah, we both are. We can get a bit naughty, but we're always nice.
That's it. That doesn't like it. That's fine. Manny, please take it away. I'm going to take the quickest toilet break. I'm going to run and just quickly go to the toilet. 10 seconds. Well, probably less.
All right, you take your time. You take your time. We're just about to see the players come back onto the pitch. And I want to make sure that I want to see if there have been any changes made. I'm pretty certain PSV would have made a couple of changes. We will find out soon enough. Oh, man. Saka's come out for the second half. He should be substituted and Reece Nelson or someone else brought on. And they're back underway in Germany, and I believe they should be back underway in they are back underway in Sociedad as well. Kieran Tierney, of course, still very much in the thick of it, but our main focus tonight is, of course, back at the Emirates Stadium. Oh, for Pete's sake, my remote control picks the best time to act up on me. Come on, man. Much better. Thankfully, I didn't miss kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. PSV are going to kick off the second half, attacking from right to left. And as far as I can see, there have been no changes made by the Dutch. Peter Bosz has given his players a final chance to see if they can get something from this, although it really will be damage limitation. Of course, on the bench, in addition to Fabio Vieira and Reece Nelson, we do have Emil Smith-Rowe and Edward Nketiah. Jakub Kiwior can come on, but already PSV are on the attack down the left, but that is easily dealt with. I believe it was Dest who was trying to run down the left and send a cross in, but Saliba dealing with that perfectly. How important is William Saliba to Arsenal? We all know.
Callum celebrates the same birthday as Rob Holding and WB, my friend, Stephen. So Stephen and Stephen WB, same person. Rob Holding, of course, the former gunner, and Callum all celebrate their birthday today, which is the 20th of fucking September.
Yeah, I got a couple of friends celebrating their birthday as well. Shout out to, I don't know if anyone knows them, but shout out to both of them, obviously. One of them, in fact, happens to be a West Bromwich Albion fan. Noah Lang making a nuisance of himself down the left. And I think somebody said it in the chat that Ben White has not had a good game tonight, and I completely agree. I think we're going to see how well he continues to do. White to Saka now. Saka hoping to release Jesus down the right, but
I don't know. Get a bit of chippy. Dan's chippy. Yui's chips. Happy birthday to Callum. Yui, maybe she is the woman. She is a woman of many wonders. Inshallah, John Arby son. What did John Arby say? Where is he? What did John Arby say?
I think it's quite. A lot of people were saying that PSV were, doing really well and were unbeaten in 26 straight. But you can see now the current gap between the Eredivisie and the Premier League.
Is that Noah Lang you're talking about there, Yui? Sorry, is that Noah Lang? I take it. I don't know if Yui's. My guy here has already said it's my dad's birthday too. He told me when he delivered my post. Apparently, the postman. My old man, Danny Sam. Of course not, Brabs. Not in a very good Turkish heritage and family like yours, Brabs. I know your good family name. I know your Turkish name. Ben Shite, yep, has been carried. Take him off. I take him off for Tommy. I don't like tackles like that on Gabriel Jesus. Bring on El Nene. Where's Yui? Where's John Arby? Sorry, Manny. Sorry, so I was getting confused in the comments. And there we go. We're back up and running. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. 47.5 minutes in on the clock. It's Arsenal 3, PSV 0. No changes, I take it, Manny. No, I quickly went run toilet, as we know.
No changes either for Arsenal or PSV as of yet, which means that Saka's still on the field. So sadly, he hasn't been taken off. But he could be taken off on the hour, and Nelson or someone else could be brought on. I would like to see Smith-Rowe brought on for Havertz. That was a brilliant shout there. But I just wonder if I don't think Smith Rowe might be getting too many minutes though.
Yes.
But Jesus down the left in the penalty area.
It doesn't keep the value of a player. Remember, he's English. Apparently, English fucking premiums and all that bullshit. We're going to be lucky to see 25 mil for this kid if it carries on like this. And I reckon if he gives him a few minutes between now and January, we can still get 35 mil for this Emil Smith Rowe.
Well, if that is the case, but you know what? Speaking of the English thing and all of that, we should have gotten 20 million for Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and instead we allowed him to waste away at the club and then let him go for free. Go figure.
Mate,
I
would say to the teams that have loaned our left backs, fuck you lot, we're changing our minds. We want 25 for Tierney right now. We want 15 for Tavares, or say 30, 10. I just want 40 million for the pair. You sell Party, 35, 75 mil. I accept he's going, mate, so that's it. Fuck it. African nations, all of that. 75 mil. And who else? Emil Smith Rowe, 80, 91. 35 mil for Smith Rowe. That makes it, we've got 110 million pounds in. If we're giving anything on top, and say even if it was 40 mil, mate, that means you'll go and unleash yourself.
Right. So interestingly, United have pulled a goal back, but Bayern have just been awarded a penalty. So this is going to be
Harry Kane's about to score. Kane 3-1.
Gabriel Jesus.
He's dad.
Gabriel Jesus was in the penalty area, but he was obviously cut off there, and Arsenal once again are all over them. I mean, we could even afford to have us dropping another stinker and Rice being a little bit undercooked, and even Ben White not really getting much. Was Jesus offside, perhaps?
We've got a North London derby coming up. I want Jesus up front. I want Saka on good form. I say get him to fuck off right now. Ben White's been shocking. Get him off for Tommy. I say make 5 subs right now, mate. We're fine. 40 minutes left. We're all good. Make 5 subs.
Completely agree. Bring on Smith Rowe as well. Anyone.
Ben White for Tommy. I would do Vieira for Odegaard.
Lovely little link up. Wait, hold on. The possible PSV attack, but sadly that's been cleared. Some great link up play there between Luke de Jong and Ismail Saibari. And it's not over yet. Serginho Dest passing it out to
a bit of an important exception by the boy himself, White. Sorry. Jesus. Many happy returns.
Yeah. Noah Lang into the penalty area. Bakayoko laying it back, but pretty poor touch from him. Yeah. I think PSV have simply lacked that quality in the final third, which ironically was our problem against Everton. And now we show up in a Champions League game and score for fun. Go figure.
Yes. So, guys, for me right now, the job is done. I say you bring off White for Tommy. You bring off Odegaard for Vieira. You bring off Havertz for Smith Rowe. You bring off Saka for Nelson. And you bring off Jesus.
Wait, Odegaard with a chance in the penalty area. No, he hasn't been able to shoot. Back to Ben White, chipping it over. It is with Jesus who kicks it back in, but that should be cleared eventually. And it is for now.
Could have been lovely. It could have been lovely. I do. A real life matter. Not really my dad, lads. Nothing is a joke, but the postman reckons he's my dad. I need to have a chat with my mum, I reckon. Voila. Oh, I can hear the crowd. They're getting a bit boisterous again, bros. Not in a goal boisterous, but they're getting off their seats. They're singing. They're singing, Manny. They're in good spirits over the Emirates, guys.
Please tell me they're not singing that ridiculous North London Forever.
Hold on. No, Arsenal AFC. We're by far the greatest team the world has ever seen. I do love being able to hear the boys from the stadium, bros. I do like it. I do like living right close to the Emirates, I have to say. Would you rather win the Champions League or the Premier League? Premier League.
You
Manny?
Lucky bastard.
Harry Kane! It's free! It's 3-1 Bayern. It's Harry Kane! Oh, there's Deckers. 5 mil. Take Saka, Odegaard.
Here he is. He rocks you like a Harry Kane.
Ooh, interesting from UE. Champions League for UE. I'm getting cold. And you'll think, thank fuck, close your windows. I want to stop hearing them fucking fans in the stadium.
Yeah, and to answer that question, Premier League or Champions League, it's like Sophie's choice. I love them both. But some pretty poor defending. See Saibari win the ball, but Zinchenko gets it back. And eventually, once again, Arsenal can clear their lines. they've surprisingly lacked all sorts of quality in the final third. And it wouldn't surprise me if Peter Bosz decides to take off a midfielder and bring on a striker, go to a 4-4-2 and see if they can't make something happen. They could possibly put Saibari in as a striker, maybe. But
true, very true. Yuri, I haven't gone back to my old ways, even though I'm fit on fire and I feel on song again because I've been dreadfully ill. I just fancy just that little. They say lemonade kind of kills your belly as well when you've had a bit of an upset belly. So I've had a couple of Sprites today. Boy, I'm going to have another one, but I mean, that's a bit bad. But I mean, yeah, I'm still doing the herbal tea, the honey, and lemon. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Lemsip's good too, mate.
No, it wasn't really. I don't think it was a flu thing. I was just upset sort of belly, and I'm just, not a clear out, as to say. Hold on, a PSV going forward, Manny. No problem for our number one, Rhea. No problem for the number one. So, yeah, I'm just saying, I'm trying to be a bit more
technically, he's our number 22.
Very, very good, Manny. Very, very good. So, yeah, I'm just trying to live a little bit more sensibly, Manny. A lot more herbal teas rather than fizzy drinks. I do kind of eat well. I mean, as in salads, vegetables, I'm vegetarian, so I eat a lot of that anyway. But, I mean, trying to keep away from fizzy drinks and sweets and just all wrong things, basically.
Agreed. But listen, Danny, if I can give you some advice, mate, if you are a vegetarian, you might need to find some way to add a bit more bulk to your diet. Some mushrooms and some other filling vegetables. Get the nuts in. You know, the almonds, the walnuts are always good. You might need a bit more protein and fat in you. That will help you sort of avoid all of these diseases. Odegaard now. He's got Trossard on the right, and Trossard is now going down the right. And possible, he's overcooked that cross, and that's going to go out for a throw.
The last night that I made a soup the other day just to sort of make myself feel a bit better.
It is, in fact, 3-1 between Bayern and United. Still 1-0 between Sociedad and Inter Milan. And
John Harvey, even though they've got big hands, I'm confident for the North London derby, bros. It's going to have a few goals. At this early moment, I'm going Arsenal 3, Tottenham 2. It's going to have goals. It's going to have excitement. It's going to have it all. And prayer helps. I hear you, Yuri. Yeah, most definitely just trying to be a bit better, a bit cleaner as a human being, perhaps. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally, bros. Absolutely, literally. But I feel a lot better today. I've still got aches and pains in my chest a little bit, but nothing now that I can't handle. Yesterday, it was a bit more hard work and everything, but I woke up today a bit late again, but feeling a lot better. Steak in you. Sorry, WB. Grivo, sorry. My phone was just going hella mad. Like, my WhatsApp ain't looking like WhatsApp. I can't put a status up unless they've just changed how you put it up. So if anyone can update me, please let me know, because my phone's just fucking about. Get a steak in your system, you'll feel much better. Too much bread. Yes, that is one thing I need to sort of take away a little bit as well. I do. Manny, I can go into a restaurant, man. I like to an Italian restaurant. I'll be looking at their bread rolls on the side and things first. I swear to God, I'm sick. I start looking, I'll mop up my pasta with a bit of that roll over there, mate. Bring me some of that bread over. I fucking love bread. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Nothing wrong with you. Try some prune juice. Oh, Phil, that is too much. You might as well have some castor oil for Pete's sake.
But turmeric, I'm adding in. I haven't put turmeric into soups. I've got to get my apple cider vinegar, well suggested by my guy UE. Reckon he wants to give UE sausage, son. No, bruvs. Haram. He's not a duck. The rest is probably what you need, Danny. Yeah, sometimes I do sort of bolt around like a bit of a madman at times, with all love and respect. Go on, Rice. You tell them, bruvs. You keep them in line. What's going on across the other games, guys? Let's get back into it now. We've had our food talk and everything. Apologies to everyone. Thinking, what are we talking about vegetarian for? What are you talking about? You're not being well, son.
By the way, on another topic, if you see my Twitter feed, I've been quote tweeting that Spanish idiot. He's been uttering some absolute waffle recently.
Has it? Right. I've only seen him on there, and when you alerted it to me, once it was something that Craig mentioned earlier. It was something to do with that fucking dog. I thought, shall I put something under this? But I immediately, Reece Nelson's on his way on.
Double substitution. Reece Nelson and Tomiyasu on. Please let it be Saka and Ben White off.
Yeah,
he's taking off Trossard. Are you having a laugh? And it's Zinchenko's coming off. Oh,
he's
for Pete's sake.
The absolute wrong side, Manny. Do you know what? The geezer's fucking backwards at times. Why leave the star boy in that fucking rain? Anana and Howler tonight. How much was he? Raya, laugh out loud. But allegedly, they were looking at another English goalkeeper. Before they made the absolute concrete decision to go after Anana, there was very brief words of Everton regarding a very certain England number, whatever he is at the moment, Jordan Pickford. See, look, I'm getting loads of notifications on WhatsApp. Signs up on my WhatsApp. Let's see if the others... Nope. What the fuck is going on? Status privacy, muted status. What have I done to myself? So sorry, man. I don't know what I've done to my phone.
Nah, you're all good. You're all good. You're all good.
Trossard must be starting against the Spurs, yes. But Saka's starting against Spurs, bros. I can promise you that as well, man. Long time since I had pre-injuries, Uncle Joe.
Right. So once again, Odegaard and the overworked Saka on the right. So does that mean that Reece Nelson's on the left?
Yes, I'd imagine.
Another guy who cuts in.
Oh, fuck me. My phone is majorly playing up. Fuck. Do you know what? Let me forget it after the stream. Bollocks. Right.
So we've got a corner.
Yes.
We've got a corner, and Saka will be taking it. Left-footed in swinger.
I feel another goal coming on, people. Oh, trouble and strife. Bread knife. Wife. That even caught me out, Yui. Legend. Legend. Let's just see this corner, though. Legend, Yui.
Nothing to see in the corner. It flew over everyone. But Nelson passes it back to Benny Blanco, who's still on the field. You know, next time we do a watch-along, I'm going to call him that. Benny Blanco. Smart of you for coming up with that, by the way.
Yep, very good.
He fancies himself as a bit of a, you know... I don't know, a flash dandy. So Benny Blanco is what we'll call him.
That's it. The Blancs is out. It's Benny from the Blancs. It's Benny Blanco. Yui.
Yeah, a combination of Jack the Dandy and Flash Harry there. So Flash Dandy is our Benny Blanco. And Havertz is still on the field. Give me strength. Chipped into the penalty area, and Nelson is able to run after it. And... oh, he's actually got it to Havertz. Can he score? No, but he does lay it back on to Gabriel Jesus, who just puts it wide.
Ah, come on. Bollocks. One of you hit the fucking ball.
No, but listen. I mean, credit to Nelson. He does make things happen here. And Havertz, of course.
Oh, put your hands out.
Does Havertz not know how to kick a football, for Pete's sake? Or is the rain really hurting him?
He's shitting himself, mate. His heart's having palpitations when he gets the ball. He's a bit unsure of himself, I think. He's not sure if he believes the old hype by himself now. He's not sure. Guys, Man United 3. Bayern Munich 3, Man United 1. Arsenal 3, as we know. PSV Eindhoven 0. Seville are still 1-1 with Lons, which is great news. Braga 0, Napoli 1. Real Madrid are 1-0 up. Oh, 1, sorry. All I see is, she is currently in bed, having an early night. She's at Dialysis again today. Hope everything is all good there, bruv.
And inexplicably, it is still 1-0 between Sociedad and Inter, and an Inter defender has been sent off. Barella.
Make it a tic-tac. The Zegbra man, hold on. The Zegbra the Brighton manager for Man United. Interesting. How long has Eric Ten Hag got? I wouldn't say he's on the sack list immediately, but I'd say there's
Oh, Barella, you dirty, dirty bastard!
I'd say there's definitely eyes on him, Yui, bruv. There's definitely eyes on him. Most definitely.
you could say the Sociedad player made a bit of a meal of that, but still, you do not stick your foot in between his legs. You moron. You absolute numpty.
Yeah, most definitely. It really is time for Saka. Even Rice can come off now. Get Jorginho on. Like, seriously. We're 3-0 up, 63 on the clock. The jobs are good.
I think it's fair to say that with PSV still offering nothing, this game has fizzled out as a contest.
Manny, what do you think?
Ten Hag goes before Christmas. It's possible. I mean, if United don't really get their act together and they don't improve, he could definitely be gone very soon.
Who is their next game against the Champions League? Because if they lose 2-2 in the league, they're wobbling. In fact, you could be right. They could be gone. If they lose their next Champions League game, it's like they've got someone nice and hard, nice and difficult. Yeah. Thanks for the updates, Manny.
They're checking the red card for Barella, so he could be given a reprieve. But it's an English referee. Looks like Mike Oliver who's in charge of that game.
Oh shit! How's Zubimendi and Tierney getting on over in Spain, bro? So you still on looking at that?
Yep. Still 1-0 to Sociedad, but
look how brilliant Salibri. Sorry, my fucking god. Sorry, I love when he does things just beautiful like that. Just takes the piss out of 2-3 attackers, and then just kicks it away.
Yep. Odegaard heading it to Saka. Does he get to the ball in time? Yes, he does, but he has to keep it to sort of kick it out for a throw-in. Better to concede a throw-in than a goal kick. And it's a double substitution for PSV now. Couldn't have come soon enough, really. It's Saibari and Bakayoko who I think are coming off.
Still surprising. They have been making up the most grounds for me.
Yep. And Irving Lozano and who's the number 27? I don't think
this was the one at Chelsea looking at his first name. I don't think Bakayoko was the guy at Chelsea looking at his first name, bros.
No, he was. And Malik. It's Malik Tillman on for Ismail Saibari. So
what about Ansu Fati, though? What about Ansu? Sorry, I read a comment and then something just popped into my head, Manny. I don't mean that deliberately. What about Ansu Fati, bros? They've just got him. They're not going to bring him to Brighton. Extra games, Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose extra games, Europe, etc.
Well, it looks as though the red card has in fact been confirmed, so Barella is off. So it's damage limitation for Inter Milan right now. And we're going to see what happens with this free kick. Into the penalty area.
Oh, I figured it. They've just changed my WhatsApp a bit, Manny. Sorry, man. And I'm not that fast to fix things like that.
All good. Don't worry about it.
In saying that, it won't let me like put my link on there, like say for YouTube. You know when you can just sort of copy it. My WhatsApp's been changed.
Simone Inzaghi was not happy with that red card decision. Who's taking the corner? Is that Tierney, left-footed? We're going to see. Ooh, off the top of the bar.
Vieira is his way, and Emil Smith-Rowe and Vieira.
Oh, yes. Emil Smith-Rowe. So, as you've said, the English tax being paid. And PSV have just won a corner. The substitute, Irving Lozano, winning it. So, maybe a possible sting in the tail from PSV. You never know. You know, one of my friends is a diehard Ramsdale fan. He has an Aaron Ramsdale fan page on Instagram. And he was saying that that's the end of his fan page for now. But a possible shot on goal, and Dest completely sent it skywards.
Sorry, I was putting the stream up one more time, but I am listening to you, Manny. I just started laughing to myself listening to you. Sorry, that's quality. And I'm just trying to figure out what exactly has happened. And yeah, it is apparent that they have changed the way you go about things on WhatsApps. All right, I've just figured it. I can put statuses up again. They have changed it. You've got to go and press like a button above where it used to say it. They've got two symbols. Bollocks. We'll talk about it after the stream.
Right.
Sorry, man.
Not a problem. And some news, of course, is that Zubamendi is still on the field, but Tierney has been subbed off. I believe he's been replaced by Ian Munoz, their left back. And
right, who's been taken off? Saka, thank the Lord. Saka's gone off. Who else went off, Manny?
Yeah, well, we'll find out. I mean, I just it is Fabio Vieira and Smith Rowe who have come on. Please tell me it's Kai Havertz and Saka who have gone off.
Saka, I can definitely confirm.
But Havertz is still on. So
wow, that means hopefully that means he ain't starting on Sunday.
Who, Havertz?
Yeah, it means hopefully if he's playing the whole 90 minutes here, maybe he doesn't start. I'm going to take a call. Sorry, Manny. Yo, my dog. Yo, you good? All right, hold on, Manny. I'm just going to pull.
Yeah, he's on mute, obviously, and the action is still taking place over at the Emirates. Close to about 20 minutes left, and Kai Havertz is actually on his own. So could Havertz redeem himself for a poor night tonight? He passes it to Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe to Reece Nelson. Probably went a bit too far for him, but Nelson still has the ball. Back to Smith Rowe, up against number 10, Tillman for PSV. Nelson to Odegaard, who can definitely shoot from outside that area. And he scores. The captain gets on the score sheet right on the dot of the 70th minute, and it is Arsenal 4, PSV 0. We are back in the Champions League, ladies and gentlemen, and this time Danny wasn't there to, spoil things for me. I'm not going to complain about that. That's one of the perks of living near the stadium. The two substitutes, Nelson and Smith Rowe, doing some decent work, combining perfectly rather. Some interplay between Smith Rowe and Nelson. Nelson back, receiving it from Smith Rowe, getting it to Odegaard. The marking for Odegaard has been awful, and once again, the Arsenal and Norwegian captain was able to shoot, and he scored. Oh boy. Arsenal are back in the Champions League and we're making a statement, but let's be cautious. We will face some bigger tests ahead. And when we go to Eindhoven to play the return game, you can just better believe that they're going to want revenge against us. Martin Odegaard, 70th minute. And let's take a look at some of the other scores. Salzburg have actually taken a 2-0 lead against Benfica. And it's still 1-1 between Sevilla and Lens. Danny, did you catch the fourth goal, by the way?
Who scored it, mate?
Martin Odegaard.
Sorry, my phone is just fucking with me today. My phone's kind of busy. I'm trying to get a couple of things just sorted again. I've had a couple of, let me just explain. I've been unwell for a few days, Manny. I thought Corona had me for a minute. Because since Sunday, I've been really unwell. Sunday, I didn't do Everton, which you should already know. It's not like me to not do a watch along. I was sick on Sunday. And Monday, it turned into loads of aches and pains and just a bit of discomfort. I was ill, man. Couldn't taste any food either. But there you go. Whether it was Corona or not, I doubt it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, the substitutes are basically the substitutes are coming on and taking the mickey out of this PSV team. And I just want to confirm, it was Odegaard who scored. It was some good work between Nelson and Smith Rowe down the left, interplay between them. Nelson laid it off to Odegaard, took a few steps to his left. Nobody was going to close him down, and he scored. Peter Bosz is really going to read the riot act to his guys. So the people who are off are Zinchenko, Saka, and Gabriel Jesus and Trossard. So Smith Rowe replaced Jesus.
Okay.
And that means no Eddie Nketiah.
Very interesting. I hope you ain't just saving Eddie for the North London derby, like. Oh, God.
Oh, for Pete's sake. That would be horrible.
I'll save you for the North London derby. Yeah, bollocks. I'd rather not. 4-0 though, guys. Apologies. I had to quickly just. on the phone for a second, man. Certain things never stop. If Odegaard got injured, we would struggle. I'd rather he didn't. I say yes. Obviously, I'd rather he didn't. I think a lot of teams would say that about particular players, but at this moment in time, not that I want to jinx it or bring it on. I'm saying we have got Vieira, we have got Trossard, we have got Smith Rowe, we've got similar we've got fucking Kia Havertz, bros. We've got similar of player. But yes, I'd much rather have him fully in good health than have him injured, of course. But again, this Arsenal team should actually be able to cope with one attacking midfielder going down. Like not like last season's collapse when we sort of had Saliba out and then Rob Holding come in and then the season collapsed for me. It shouldn't be a season collapse, I'm saying, if Odegaard went down, bros. I don't know. Manny, have you got anything to add to that, sorry?
Nothing much to add to it, really. I mean, it's become a little bit boring, but Fabio Vieira in the penalty area, can he possibly score? Havertz, if he scores, I'm really going to eat my hat. Well, thankfully or not, he doesn't score. That is deflected behind for a corner. Bella Kotchap being a saint for his team. And
I reckon
I might have to watch a retelecast of the Sociedad Inter game, but I'll tell you what, the word on Twitter is that Tierney actually had a really good game. He was, of course, taken off.
We got injured. We got some sort of strain. Dedication TV, Mark 1. Real 1. Arsenal leading 4-0, man. We're making it look like light work, boys. Light work. Shout out to myself, Manny, UE, Dedication TV, Grievo, Joe Montana. Everyone in the stream tonight, just shout out to yourselves. Please be getting a big like on the video. Do be subscribed if you're new. Arsenal corner. We're going to be looking for a fifth. Odegaard and Vieira over the ball.
So, all the indications on Twitter is that Tierney had a really, really good game, and I think he might have taken off as a precaution. But again, I was saying that the Tierney-Dumfries duel would be very interesting. Attempted cross for Gabriel, but it goes over his head. And, again, and now we have a final substitution. Declan Rice going off and Jorge Freo coming on.
He is here. I haven't noticed him once this season. Has he even had any minutes this season?
A few, but now he gets a final 15 in this Champions League return. And it will be good to... I wanted him to start in the 4-2-3-1. I've said it, but now at least he gets a chance to close out the game. I think Arteta realizes that Jorginho doesn't really have the stamina of his better days, but you bring him on to sort of tighten things up, he'll do a job for you. And PSV are making a double substitution now, which really is only damage limitation. Andre Ramalho coming on for the former Saint, Armel Bella Kotchap. And the number 32, Jorbe Vertessen for Noah Lang. So definitely damage limitation. I mean, it won't make a difference anyway. 4-0 down. What's the best you can do? Maybe score a consolation?
I like this one. I like this from UE. Maybe Lego Man has sent Tierney to Spain to work on his passing out there. Who knows? What are you going to say? He's going to come back a much sharper and more precise left back.
That is taking the mickey. Kieran Tierney has always been a really good passer of the ball, a terrific crosser, runs beautifully. In fact, lest we forget, when speed tests were conducted on the squad members, he was the fastest in our squad at a rate of 36 kilometers an hour. Interesting.
I didn't actually know that. Fair enough. I heard something about it a little while ago. I have to admit,
the only problem is, I think he just plays so quickly and so beautifully that he's so prone to injury. But maybe this move to Sociedad could be the rejuvenation of him. I think, though, as you said, once he's sent out on a season-long loan deal, he's not coming back. But if another Premiership club do decide to snap him up, I mean, I do predict that Aston Villa might decide to dispense of care of.
That's gone, man. Why would we run it for the summer, man? Rather than let him go out on loan, I think we'd accepted 25 mil, bros. I think we priced him out early in the game. In the game, we priced him out. Newcastle, we started saying Salinas like 42 mil. And it clearly backfired because I would have accepted 25 for him cash money towards the end of the window. Especially if I thought...
Actually, wait, I'm just going back to the Inter Milan game, and apparently I was wrong. The red card was, in fact, rescinded, so Barea is still on the pitch. So it was VAR that saved his skin. But Inter Milan are still 1-0 down. And the Sociedad goalkeeper came out a little bit too early and has sort of ended up in a heap on the floor there.
to learn the inside fullback role. Interesting. Out there went maybe to Sociedad. I think Arteta knows a bit of Sociedad as well, like. And what is he sent him out there on a mission, bros? Yeah, sent him out there on a mission. You say?
Yeah, but look, I think Tierney will be gone. It could very well be that another Premiership club will sign him. Aston Villa could decide to dispense with either Lucas Digne or Alex Moreno, and that would be the perfect opportunity to bring him in. Newcastle should have gone in for him because apparently when Newcastle played against Milan last night, Dan Burn didn't really cover himself very well. And when you consider that they've got Matt Targett and Paul Dummett as their other options at left back, you know, they're regretting not moving him.
They could throw Trippier over to left back and try Livramento at right back, possibly.
I despise seeing Kieran Trippier at left back. He's best as a right back. He's right-footed, whips in those crosses beautifully. He's wasted as a left back. Fair
enough. Shouts out to you, Manny. I do hear that. But I have seen him there before. I've seen him fill in for England. And
mate, I've seen him at left back too. I've seen Ashley Young play left back in the World Cup with Trippier on the right. Foul on Jorginho, and Tillman gets a booking.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I just knocked the microphone in the air. In turn, the camera decided to piss off. Excellent, we're back in play. Steady on, Danny. Guys, we've got a bit quiet in the stream. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribed if you're new. Where's your energy gone, people? 10.5 minutes plus a bit of stoppage time.
This is, a tweet from, a tweet in Spanish. Kieran Tierney convertido en Roberto Carlos. Primer tiempo colosal contra el Inter, which translates into Kieran Tierney turning into prime Roberto Carlos. Brilliant first half against Inter Milan. Kieran, if you're watching, I don't know if you'll get to watch this on playback, but we miss you at Arsenal, but we are so delighted for you. Well done, mate.
Shouts out to KT. So maybe it was a knock. Why would you have brought him off playing so well? Has he got one of his little Scottish Braveheart knocks?
Hey, it must have been a precaution, laddie. You can't really read too much into that.
Fair enough. Shouts out to you, my brother. Right. Phone sorting itself out. Lovely.
And to everyone in the chat, I know that attempt at a Scottish brogue was terrible. Do please forgive me.
It wasn't too bad, man.
Oh, you like that, did you?
I think we need a fifth here, Manny. A good old coming back into the Champions League and showing people what we're made of.
Hey, a fifth would be sweet. The only problem is, I think my problem is whenever I've tried to sound Scottish, I ended up sounding Irish. Been spending a bit too much time with Del Boy. Need to cut down on the Guinness too.
There you go. Shouts out to Akers on that
one. Nelson now in the penalty area to Smith Rowe. A chance for him to score. Interplay between him and Nelson there, but not really working. And, when Smith Rowe and Nelson can combine and take the mickey out of the defense, you just know that this opposition is absolutely pitiful.
I love that.
Benny.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, we're knocking it around there. There goes the Blanco. Out for an Arsenal throw.
Yeah, we call him Benny Blanco, and he's moving like an absolute bronco.
Yes. I haven't been impressed with him at all tonight, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Going to get a bit of respite now that Noah Lang's off. Might be able to run forward a little bit.
Yeah, this is a much changed PSV team from the team that faced us in the Europa League. And as I did say, I knew they'd be a bit weaker, but I never thought they'd be this, tough-like.
The whole level in Dutch football has gone down. Ajax are not doing what they do. Feyenoord are winning the league. With all respect to them, I don't know really one, two of their starting 11 I know at most. I noticed last night against Celtic, I was thinking, fuck me, this is the Dutch champions. This is quite bad. I started realising all of a sudden last night during the Celtic game how bad the Dutch league has become. And it is literally just a feeder league for either Portugal's, Germany, whoever likes to get them little £10 million mans and sharpen them up for the Premier League. Seriously.
Yep. Just checking on YouTube to see if Del Boy's got a call-in show planned, because I will have to, hop off afterwards. And he hasn't messaged me either, so I think he's probably going to sort of, take a bit of a break. But
Having a little breather.
Awesome. Yeah, you could say that. He has been obviously active with no PSV gay call-in show planned. It might be a bit too late for everyone to come on and have their say anyway. I think might just want to go to sleep, but
maybe just enjoying the game, bro. Sitting back, he might. I don't know. See, I might go again after this, Manny. I might go again. The energy is up. I might have a little reaction, talk a little bit about the North London derby.
Yeah, mate, listen, if I were living in the UK, you know I'd join and watch that video, but I am knackered after this.
No problem, my brother.
And, yeah, but anyway, whenever you and I get together, it's always really good fun, and I'm really, really glad you called me on for this. I can't wait for the away game against Lens, who should be lambs to the slaughter. It
should be. Seville will be a good one as well. That was a bit of a level up in a testing team, at least, even though they're not really showing that against Lens tonight. I hope it does stay 1-1. I hope I don't jinx it. But that means already we're up and running and we're clearing the league and we're top. I'm going to have to go check that, see if Seville and Lens are still 1-1.
They are. I'm ahead of you. I've got the BBC website up at the same time.
Thank you, my man. So, yeah, let's keep that like that. And it just puts more pressure on everyone else. We're up and running. We're top of the league. Lovely. Come on, Nelson, boy. Left-footed.
And
Oi.
We're still taking the mickey out of them. But, you know, at this particular point, it gets a little bit boring. And I'm taking a look at the Sevilla team right now. Ramos, on his return, got a booking. And
Justin?
Their new goalkeeper is Dimitrovic, who was, of course, Bono's backup. They've signed the ex-Aston Villa keeper, Orion Neeland, as a replacement.
Is anything else going on across Europe that I should be knowing about, Manny? Is anything?
Not really now. I am surprised with Salzburg beating Benfica 2-0. I was expecting the Portuguese to be stronger opposition. But Napoli are holding on to their 1-0 lead. And, nothing much going on. And I think Sociedad have done a good job of holding Inter Milan. So this is going to be a very impressive win for them. Oh, spoke too soon. Inter Milan have equalised.
Oh, fuck me. There you go. Who scored? Sorry, Manny.
Let me find out. If it's Lautaro Martinez who scored, I'm really going to lose it. But
I bet it isn't now.
It is Lautaro Martinez, 87th minute. Commentator's curse. Commentator's curse. Damn.
Shouts out to yourself, Manny. Pats on the back, bruvs. You can't win them all. There you go.
Bloody hell.
I know people are getting out of the Emirates at quite an alarming rate. They want to get back on the road. It's probably pissy wet. Sorry, let me get my charger, Manny. They're a bit piss wet.
Yeah.
And, they're going home. Yeah, because does.
I mean, you know, 1-1 isn't too bad a result, in the scheme of things, but a 1-0 win would have been much sweeter. But, you know, it is what it is. And now I've still got one eye on this. And I don't know if Zubamendi has been brought off, though. We'll find out for you in a minute.
Excellent play, Manny. Thank you so much. Guys, I do stress once again, if you could please get the likes on the video and do be subscribing if you is new. That would be very legendary of you.
Yeah, Zubamendi's still on, by the way, and Lautaro Martinez, they're losing control of the ball like the numpty he is. He never should have started all those games in the World Cup ahead of Paulo Dybala, but, it's immaterial anyway. Argentina went on to win the whole thing because Messi was at his best, and
Sorry, Manny. Sorry. Grivo, you're a fucking legend. Thank you so much for being with me and Manny tonight. Shouts out to you. I know you won't be here if I'm doing a later stream. That'll be way too late for you, brother, but shouts out to you. Wow, what's going on here? Bayern Munich 3, Manchester United 2. Casemiro has scored. 88th minute. Germany, guys, 3-2.
Well, this ought to put the cat amongst the pigeons right there.
It certainly has.
And we are now into stoppage time, and it's a Bruno Fernandes free kick.
Mate, I'm going to be quite honest with you. I've flown over to Germany. I'm in the Allianz Arena. I'm going to play out the last couple of minutes of this. I'm going to be straight with you. I've just jumped over to Germany, see what's going on. And they are on attack, Man United. They've obviously got the tail between their teeth.
Yep, the free kick's been taken, but cleared for now. Still some head tennis going on. We're going to find out who wins this little battle. And Bayern eventually should clear their lines, and they... yep, they do. And that should be the end of that. There'll be 4 minutes of added time, so you can obviously catch that. But they do win the ball back through Lindelof. Fernandes tries to send it forward, but ends up giving it back to Bayern. And that looks like the Bayern number 39. Is that Gravenberch or someone? I don't know. But a possible chance for a Bayern fourth, and it hits the post. It's all happening at the Allianz Arena.
Fuck me.
And now 6 minutes of added time over in Sociedad, and we just saw them celebrating the Inter Milan equaliser. And I think Bayern have just scored a fourth, and that's it. Game over.
Brilliant, Manny. Splendid jobs. I'm just seeing them hit the post now, mate. I'm like, what's going on? I'm listening to you, watching this. What's going on here? And, yep. What a goal. Is that Kingsley Coman? Who's that?
We're going to find out and see, but Andre Onana's sitting forlornly. I think he might be wondering whether he'll keep his place for United's next game.
It wasn't Coman. It's number 39. Who's the 39?
It was Tell. It was Tell.
Wow. Bro, did you notice the Lemmy Yamal, the kid that came on for Barcelona yesterday? They were already 5-0 up, mate. But he went around the goalkeeper. Yeah. He looked fucking class, the 16-year-olds. Shouts out to UE on Lemmy Yamal. He looked fucking different, the little fucker.
Oh, yeah, the youngest Spanish international now. And basically smashing it into the net. No chance for Andre Onana. And that pretty much sums up Bayern Munich's night, really.
Perfect. Brilliant fourth goal for Bayern, Mo. Brilliant goal by this kid, whoever he is.
Wait, why isn't Tuchel there in the on the sidelines?
Where did David De Gea go? Where did he get a club? Manny? Where did David De Gea go?
Your guess is as good as mine, bruvs. Can't really tell you at this moment. But we're going to find out 3 minutes of added time. This will be all over bar the shouting. I am so glad that they decided not to, have any ridiculous awarding of stoppages to the tune of 10 or 15 minutes. It would be ridiculous.
I'm now looking, at Real Sociedad. My Martin Zubimendi watch, ever so late. He's still on a bruv. He's still on a 3, yeah? Don't worry, bruvs. He could be our number 2 soon. We're selling Ramsdale. We are selling Ramsdale in Jan. And Emil Smith is going in Jan. 2 English players out, though. Would need one in for the old English quarter.
There is still some time in Sociedad for either side to nick a winner. It would be cruel for Sociedad if they were to lose from here, but they can be quite proud of having given the runners-up from last season a really, really good game.
Oh, that Manny. I do believe it's still the same rules in the Champions League that you still have to have 8 players of homegrown just homegrown players, basically. We know how Fabregas is homegrown because he signed for us when he was 15. But I know we've got the Nwaris. I suppose you could throw in a Jubri to that. But letting the Holding go in the summer lost us another English player, which makes me think if we sold a Emil Smith Rowe and Ramsdale, I do believe we're at least 1 English player down on that whole English court there, because we have got a perfect 8 there at the moment. I think when I was looking at this closely last night, I think I did have to put Anwari in. He did make my 8th English player because I was making a 25-man squad from January onwards, basically, if you like, Manny.
Yeah, exactly. So there is no question of letting Smith Rowe. There can be no question of letting Smith Rowe or Ramsdale go anyway. Then, and listen, it's a long season, and let's not be too quick to write the epitaph of Ramsdale just yet. He could possibly make a comeback, but
he's possibly good. I do like a guy that comes in 2 games, 2 clean sheets. Let's see how he does in the North London derby, and I will, and I shall report to you.
United have just pulled a goal back. Bruno Fernandes of all people.
Back to Germany.
No, wait a minute. Let me see. They're showing the highlights of the Casemiro goal, and
yes, it's gone directly in. No, someone's headed it. It's 4-3. No, it's 3-4. It's 4-3.
It is 4-3, and it is Casemiro. But they're checking the goal for any possible infringements. Maybe, I don't know if it's an offside or an obstruction or whatever.
2 for Casemiro in Germany. Bayern 4, Man U 3. I'll have to have a little cup of cocoa and watch this game back. Saliba and Martinelli are homegrown.
Check over, goal stand.
Why does Saliba
we are now into the...
He was gone for 2 years.
And we are now into the 6th minute of added on time. But no, that's the final piece of action. And Bayern Munich end up winning. That's nothing more than a consolation. But why the hell is Tuchel not in the dugout? Is he sick or has he been sacked or what's the story?
Good evening, Luco. And it's full time in Germany. Bayern 4, Man United 3. Sounds like quite a decent game. I shall have
and it's full time. And it's full time at the Emirates as well. We are back in the big time, and we are absolutely loving it. And yeah,
that
comprehensive.
Goal for Bayern. The 4th for Bayern from Tell was brilliant. Don't know too much about this kid. He's obviously young. He's coming through. I'll go and check out this Bayern Munich game later. Guys, we are back in the Champions League. The big time is here. Arsenal 4, PSV Eindhoven 0. Shouts out to myself and Manny. Shouts out to all the real ones in the stream. We've had UE, we've had Linda, we've had Phil Mitchell, we've had John RB, we've had Luco. We have had Grivo, Dedication TV, Joe Montana. We've had a load of real ones today. Shouts out to Grivo, John RB. Shouts out to myself, Manny. Roy Keane has put a dent into Manchester United, and Eric Ten Hag's back this evening. Man United have gone down again. A thrashing by Brighton, 3-1. They've conceded 4 this evening. Yes, it doesn't sound as harsh when it's a 4-3 and it is in Germany and Harry Kane does play for that certain team. But it is ended up, they're on the defeat again. Pelistari come off the bench. Garnacho's probably getting minutes. He seems very undecided, but he's lost 3 wingers. He lost Mason Greenwood, even though he knew that a long time ago. The Anthony situation's going on. Sacho is not his friend and vice versa. Anana isn't looking world class. I say, oh, fuck Man United fans. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to call it a demise or anything, but oh, shit, Man United. Luco is going live. Shouts out to you. I'm going to relive myself up again, bruv. So no, none of my boys are coming over. Dun, 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 I'm joking. But shouts out to all the real ones. Please be hitting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you is new. Manny, any final thoughts this evening?
Final thoughts. Listen, we are back in the Champions League. A great way to announce our return. But listen, as with the Europa League last year, we still have to keep ourselves grounded. Even if we do qualify from this group in style, we will still have tougher tests to come. We will have tougher tests still in this group stage because PSV are not going to, let this go unchallenged on their home turf. They're going to want to come back at us. We need to make sure that we avoid the complacency that plagued our last few European campaigns. This is where the big boys are sitting, and we have to make sure. I mean, if we want to sit at the big boy table, we've got to make sure that we have proper table manners. And that means...
Ooh, I like this one. I've had it clicked for a minute, but I actually didn't read it to myself. Man United are bad. Don't be surprised if we go after Leonardo Martinez. UE prediction. He was a player much wanted by Arsenal. I believe, financial fair play, I believe it kind of went too high at £57 million. I think, from what I heard, we went in with our 35. We would have went to the 40, 42, 44 mark. And Man United started just, they smashed us out of the water. That's pretty much what happened there. Would Man United sell a star to Arsenal, left-footed? I do believe the Gabriel rumours ain't going to go away. I do believe the Thomas Partey rumours won't go away. They'll relight themselves both in January. I'd like to see cash coming in for our 2 left-backs if we're not going to get them. Club all that together, and we can have a fucking sensible January ourselves. We will talk more about that at 10:30. I'm going to set another live, guys. Read my last comment. I fucking did. Man United are so bad. Don't be surprised if we go get Lisandro Martinez. I've done it. Be patient. Porco Dio. Read my last comment. Martinez and Lego Man are friends, apparently. Wow. Didn't know that much. Interesting. So why would you go fucking friendly and say, I don't want to go Man United, the little fucking RG fucker him. They're blazing. They're blazing music at the Emirates, guys. Bit of a new one on me. Sounds like a bit of a rock tune or something's been played.
Well, anything will be better. Anything's going to be better than what the Scottish team play whenever they win. Yes, sir, I can boogie.
We're going to win the Champions League, Daniel E. Our German correspondent is in the building.
No. I mean, no chance.
I think Man City, Bayern Munich, there's a few teams out there that are going to have a say about that, bruvs. Bayern Munich, are they going to be much improved in the Champions League this season? Obviously, with Harry Kane, I'd say they'll need a something in the midfield in January. and something in midfield that can play come January onwards and Champions League onwards. Martinez, Timber. Oh, yes, Zinchenko, Ben White. Good fullback cover. I like Martinez. I think it will happen. Fuck me. Left back and centre back. That means Gabriel's definitely leaving the building, bruv. You would understand that, wouldn't you, Yui? Would that bother you? Would you exchange? In fact, all right, cool. Martinez is at the hump with Ten Hag, Sancho, Sal, vice versa. Would you swap right now? Gabriel for Martinez. No minding involved. Just defender for defender. Over to you first, Manny.
Would I swap Gabriel for Martinez? No, Martinez is too short. You can't depend on his agility to win the aerial duels. I mean, I've said a lot about how Rye's a bit too short. He's managed to make sure that he's claimed everything well tonight. But still, there will be games, and there have been games where Lissandro's lack of height has... Oh, my God, the first goal was a howler from Onana. He needs to get dropped for United's next game and Bayindir brought in. I mean, laid it up and... Oh, it's squirmed under his hands there. Leroy Sané there. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, Nana. What a shame. Oh, Nana. What a shame. Oh, Nana. What a shame.
Very, very dominant performance from the Gunners. Yes, it certainly was, bros. 4-0. Nothing to be squeaked at. I'm loving it. I think Zinni and Martinez would interchange. I don't think Gabby goes. Remember, Pep had 4 class fullbacks at City. Lego man is a mini Pep. Very true, but financially, I don't know.
Okay. And never underestimate how important Jamal Musiala is to Bayern Munich. The work he did on the left, laying it up on the plate for the ex-gunner Gnabry, and they obviously appealed for a penalty and ended up getting it. Harry Kane putting them 3-0 up.
Unfortunately, go on, man.
Yeah, this is just a recap of the goals. We've already seen the goals. I mean, you haven't seen the Odegaard goal. A clear handball there from Eriksen. Not a very harsh call. Pretty poor play there from the Dane, really. And all Ten Hag can do is shake his head.
And yeah, on Martinelli, bruvs, I don't really know. I'm hoping it sort of comes out over the next day or so. It won't be long. We're halfway through the week. I think we'll find out tomorrow what the score is, whether he's going to be ready or ready-ish for the North London derby. I think we'll find out tomorrow more, a bit public. It's been a bit hush-hush. I knew he wasn't training today, and he didn't train yesterday. So it doesn't look great. And as Manny did say at the top of the program, I'm going to close my window because it's pissing down. Hamstring injury is not just like a 7-day thing, bro. If this is a full-on hamstring injury, this could be 2 to 4 or 5 weeks. So, not sure. If it's hamstring, it ain't brilliant. How much does Martinez cost? 40 million. He has 2 years left in the summer. True. Depends.
This first Casemiro goal was really, he slipped and fell, but somehow poked it past the Bayern keeper. And the Bayern coach wasn't very happy with that. We're about to see the 4th Bayern goal on a plate for Tell, blasted into the roof of the net. No chance for Onana. But the Cameroonian there basically having a night where he proved himself to be 24-carat fool's gold, really. And 24, of course, because that's his shirt number.
All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here any minute. My phone is beginning to starting to annoy me, to be straight honest with you. Confirmation of the United's 3rd goal that went in off Casemiro from the Fernandes free kick. So, yep, Casemiro using his head. Literally and figuratively. UE. We will get more to that at 10:30. We'll get into the Martinez, Gabriel. We'll get into is party going. We'll get into Osman Diomande if there's any sort of truth in them rumours, but Chelsea are definitely going to be involved in that. He's 19. He's a central defender. He's coming through. He looks good. We'll talk about a couple of young talents. The guy, is it Jamie Gittens, a winger, English from Borussia Dortmund. He scored for them this season. Arsenal have been kind of linked with a January move. Talk in Germany is he's homesick and he wants to come back to England. The Man City sold him in 2020 to Borussia Dortmund, I think for a fee of about £7 million. Gittins is his name. Borussia Dortmund winger. English, 20 years old. We'll have a little quick talk about Antonio Musa. He hasn't sort of directly been linked with Arsenal. There's been a lot of talks of Odegaard likes him. He's Norwegian. He's the next great thing to come out of here. He looks like a cross between Odegaard and Messi and all sorts of bullshit. I haven't seen him personally play. I will be taking a look at Antonio Musa between now and January and seeing if he's fit for Arsenal Football Club. Other than that, guys, Manny, do you have a YouTube channel? And, geez, Man United almost come back. I believe Tuchel won't survive this season at Bayern. He's got Kane, bruv. So they're going to score goals. The German League should be a piece of piss for them, with all respect. We'll see how they go in the Champions League. The German League ain't going to provide a problem. Borussia Dortmund look a bit funny already this season for me. And that's
I mean, why they let Jan Sommer go, I have no idea, because Ulrich hasn't really been good at goal. Defensively...
Hold on, sorry, man. Is his name Gittins? I've just mentioned him, bruvs. Is his name Gittins? I think it's Jamie Gittins. I can't remember his first name. It is Gittins, though. 1 minute, everyone. I fucking hate forgetting something. Fuck. All right, I can't find it. Bollocks, Huey. Is his name Gittins? He is a winger. He has played for them. He has scored this season. He's 20 years old. He was obviously a sharpshooter from the Man City Academy, just like the Jadon Sanchos of the world.
Jamie Bino Gittins.
There we go.
That's his name.
Jamie Gittins. Forget the Bimo. I'm just going to call him Jamie Gittins. Yes, we are talking about the right guy. Yes, Arsenal have been linked with him. We will be going into chat about Gittins, about Antonio Musa, about Osman Diamonde. That will be the 10:30 or 10:45 bit, guys, because I'm fucking starving. And I'm ignoring my phone now because I think even my daughter's on her way to my house. Bollocks, fucking shit. I renewed my OnlyFans subscription. Thanks to you, Danny. Thank you so much, but I've got to keep them peas coming in. It is a joke, man. It is a joke. But I've got to keep the... Fuck me, there goes the camera. I've got to keep them monies coming in. Subscribe to OnlyFans.
Okay, so listen, there is this thing. Tuchel was not in the dugout tonight because, and we're just going to find out why. Hold on.
He has been too killed.
Oh, yeah. Yes. The former Chelsea boss is serving a one-match suspension after he was sent off in the German side's 1-1 draw with Manchester City, which they went on to lose 4-1 on aggregate. He was given his marching orders after he was fuming over a foul by Aymeric Laporte on Kingsley Coman. He was dismissed by the referee, but he will return to the touchline for the second Champions League game. So, wasn't Tuchel's fault, apparently.
Interesting.
Well, that's uncalled for, Phil. Apologize to Matt. I didn't read that. What's going on? Listen, I don't even know what happened. In one ear, out the other. But thanks a lot, Yui. Appreciate you sticking up for me, mate. But
yeah, guys, it is pretty much time to piss off. I'm going to have to schedule a next one. Oh, I need to make 2 phone calls first because I'm going to have people.
Yeah, you need to do that. And I'm also going to probably turn in because there is going to be no call-in show with Del Boy. So I will probably call it an early night. But Danny, listen, I'm going to try to join you later on for another stream in the Champions League. I will keep watching some of your streams if and when I can. Until then, you take care of yourself. You take care of yourself and enjoy your meal. Shout out to everyone in the chat, to everyone who's tuned into the stream. If you're new and you've just subscribed, especially if you're new, thank you very much indeed. You're the ones who are helping Danny's channel grow even further. Always a pleasure to be in his company. I will see you all again very soon. Next time we have a Champions League game. Catch me on a lot of other places on YouTube. But until then, stay safe from the rain. It is, pissing down there, as Danny would say. It's been pissing down here too in my neck of the woods, but thankfully not now. And without further ado, I bid you all adieu. Cheers, everyone.
Guys, peace out. Safe to you, sorry, I mean Manny. I'm sorry, Manny. Danny, chips and pita, mixed with salad. That means it's a drive to Dalston. I'd have to go to Best Turkish.
Mate, whatever you do, get some food, get some food in you. And listen, go for the mushrooms. Mushrooms are delicious. They're going to fill you up nicely. Cheers.
There you go. Shouts out to you, Manny. I don't like garlic. No garlic. But guys, yes, if I am going to set another stream, guys, I've always got bits to do in between them. Hold on, I've got to WhatsApp someone. Sorry, people. Shit's always busy, man. What can I do? I'm not even apologizing for it no more. Come on, man. You must have messaged me earlier or something. Where is your... Oh, mate. Guys, just give me a second, sorry. Do you know what? This is what I just got to go sometimes. Oh, God. Oh, fuck me. Do you know what, people? Where am I? You eat, laugh out loud. Yeah, man, I'm starving, and I think I've probably got people on my way to my house already, man. I don't know. At this second, I don't care, mate. Like, apart from it's his family or something, but you know what? Right, let me get myself focused. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I am going to set a next live. Let me text daughter. Yeah, there we go. Right, people. Arsenal are back in the Champions League. 4-0 to the Arsenal. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I have loved the stream today. Arsenal back in the Champions League. Yes, energy is very high. Apart from I'm very empty. I'm fucking starving, and I do want to do a reaction. And I think it's, am I going to do a reaction? Should I just be on? I don't know. Have I got time? I have to go search things on the internet. Thank you. Don't go. Don't go away. Please don't go. Please don't go, Phil. Don't go. Phil from West Ham. Phil from West Ham. Phil. Oh, fuck me. My phone's too disobedient. I'm bringing this back. They can keep this iPhone. You know that. Every time I put it down, I might have messaged someone. It types everything I say. Certain times it don't want to work. I have to use the side button to cut people off on a phone call. Like, do you know what I mean? Why am I using the side fucking button? iPhone, fuck you. Oh, fuck you as well, camera. Seriously, before my phone just excites me. I don't eat Chinese food. I got a Chinese at the bottom of my road, man. A hell of a man go there, man, but I don't like people that close doors. Ha! I'll be back in 1 minute. No. Actually, don't do that. It's live in front of you. I'm chatting so much shit. It just doesn't look right, man. I don't want no wonton soup. Anyways, am I going to go live, people? What is the answer of the day? Am I going to set a live? Guys, let's have a quick vote for the next 2 minutes. Should I go live again? It could be a late one. It could be 11 p.m. I don't fucking know. Don't know what happened to WB. I don't know if the weather scared him because it is fucking horrible. In fact, I'm not running to nowhere right now. Look at the weather. No, it comes torrential out here. It comes like it's not even a joke. Guys, on that note, no one's answered about the live, so I might let it slide. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it to fate. If the views are over 250 on this watch along, which I don't think there will be, I'm not going live. If they are under 250, I'm talking 249, I'm going live. The Kevin Richardson has the Kevin Richardson trim, yeah. Go on. I'm liking it. I put the style, the fashion, the all having it all out there. I'm liking it. Man. But for real though, any final thoughts, guys? I might still set a live. It's too far to go, Dalston. My car's not downstairs. I had this bright idea, but it's because they give you tickets around there on match days, man. So my car's it's not far, but the way the rain is raining, no. I'll get fucked up. My hat, my trainers, everything will get fucked up out here. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to look for ingredients inside the house, man. I have to find ingredients inside the house. This is not gonna work. I don't like calling like Domino's out and asking them for delivery because they fuck you up so bad. They don't even cook the pizza. The pizza comes raw crust. I'll have to go back to the shop. I'll have to then go get my car to drive the pizza back to beat the guy up. Babe, I'm live. Yes, and I'm going to set another one. Sorry, what we saying because I'm live and people are going to hear shit. Do you know what? I'm going to have to... Right, people, I'm going to jump out this live because my phone is driving me nuts. I don't know. I've got to run life business commitments. I'm sorry. I'm going to schedule another live. We will continue this conversation. Do you know what, people? I'm out of the building. Good night. Bye.